Forests are beyond trees and wild animals, but a place where dangerous mythical creatures are known to take refuge. From mysterious creatures in the dark to completely unrecognizable forces in broad daylight, these are some of the most disturbing creatures ever to be caught on the trail camera.
Cougar attack. This time not a trail cam, but an innocent critter became a victim of a wild predator that was ambushing it from behind. A trail camera installed at an unknown location shows a deer grazing at midnight without any idea of being stalked by its death, as hiding behind the bushes was a ferocious predator who, after setting a target, jumped into the air and directly landed on the jugular vein of the deer. Both the prey and predator fall into the nearby bushes. As we could see the deer becoming lifeless under the powerful jaws of the cougar, all we could feel is the terrifying silence of the death. Midnight attacker. Last year in March, a man installed a trail cam somewhere in the Canadian wilderness to learn more about forest habitats. However, an animal made a dramatic entrance from behind while trying to pull off the trail camera from the tree. And here it is. After watching the antlers, I am sure there's a curious buck who got attracted toward the night flash of trail cam, or it might be trying just to rub its antlers. Now, check out this buck that apparently looked aggressive while stroking its huge antlers in the muddy swamp. However, after doing that, it could be seen sitting calmly in the sticky swamp. This strange behavior made me think if it was actually trying to rub its antlers, or if it was just an attempt to mark its territory. What do you guys say about it?
Elusive goblins. Deep in the woods, there lies a realm where goblins roam free. These mischievous little buggers have been haunting us since the Middle Ages, and no one knows where they came from. Europe to Zimbabwe, they've spread their spooky tales far and wide. But have you ever wondered if they're more than just fairy tales? That park ranger's trail camera might have just caught a real goblin on tape. Is this just the beginning of a whole army of goblins lurking out there? Beware, the line between myth and reality may be thinner than you think. The Bear Mirror Showdown. Next up, it's bear versus mirror. Our fierce black bear had a surprise encounter with a mirror left in the woods. He approached it cautiously, sniffing and trying to figure out who that handsome fellow was. But you know what? Bears can be pretty self-conscious too. He didn't know what to make of his reflection. But hey, at least he didn't throw a wild tantrum. We're just glad he found his cool and walked away. Or else the mirror might have had a real tough time. Dark furry monster. This particular dark furry monster may initially seem like a man wearing a Halloween costume until you look closely at its eyes. Two explorers, while passing through the forest of northern Iran, spotted an eerie hiding behind the bushes. Due to the pitch darkness of the night, they were forced to get closer to it to investigate. While preaching religious chants, they were to get close, but still could barely see it. It had a dirty fur-like coat with incredibly white eyes that were visible. Due to lack of light and fear of the unknown, they weren't able to get a good look at it despite being spitting distance away from it. Tall, furry humanoid. The bigger and furrier it is, the more concerning it gets. After dozens of reports of a tall, furry, human-like figure being noticed in a woods near Winnipeg, a former canine expert was hired by wildlife experts to find and investigate. The canine tracker, after hours of attempting to find the rumored humanoid, was about to call it a day until the notorious being made a sudden appearance as it passed by the tree. The tracker attempted to get a closer look at it, but his dog refused to join into the pursuit, creating a moment of confusion that aided in the humanoid's escape. Fortunately, a camera was installed on the dog harness, which captured the first ever glimpse of this rumored being.
Skunk ape. Always captured from behind the trees. This time, he decided to shock the people of Florida and made quite an entrance, leaving the people frightened and worried for their lives. And why wouldn't they be? I mean, how often do you see a biped creature coming out of the woods? It had a body just like an ape. The only difference is its biped walk. Moving its arms back and forth, it felt like the skunk ape was really chasing something, or maybe someone. But what could be forcing the beast to come out of its hiding? Stoned animals. Looking for Sasquatches in the jungle when a man spotted a giraffe all covered in rigid lumps. That left people wondering. But seriously, what is wrong with this one? Well, it turns out the truth behind this strange appearance was quite depressing, as it was not an alien, but the poor giraffe was suffering from a strange disease known as papilloma warts, in which an animal's skin would start growing strange lumps looking like stones. It usually happens in deers, but this time it was caught by a giraffe, leaving it to suffer. Bigfoot family. If you have ever wondered how the monsters behave with one of their own, here is the answer to your question, as Bigfoot was caught walking in the woods. No, not alone this time. He was carrying a baby in his hands. Coming out of the woods when the creature spotted the camera, considering it a threat to his baby. Holding the baby, he went off. Though the video looks quite authentic, when it was uploaded on the internet, the audience became skeptical and started calling it a hoax. So a prank or real evidence? What do you think? Stalking a Bigfoot. Not Bigfoot stalking a man, but rather this time, a man decided to follow Bigfoot. Going into the forest during the snow, the man knew that he would capture what he had come for. Not that easily, but the man spotted the creature after walking in the woods for several hours. Unknown or simply ignoring him, the hairy figure was seen walking unbothered by the guy's presence. Not satisfied by capturing it from a distance, he caught the creature from a slightly close angle this time. Just look at the bushy body and the tall height of the Sasquatch. Upon examining the video, the analysts revealed that the beast was no less than 1.7 meters tall and could have easily finished the man if he had wanted to. But luckily, it did not. Demon hunt. Finding a house in the middle of nowhere, already scared to go inside it, one of the family members started recording it. And that's when they spotted the freaky face, completely resembling an infant, only it was a bit flattened, which added up to its creepy appearance. Looking straight into the camera's eye furiously, it was obvious that whatever it might be, it was not happy to see the people there. Therefore, returning to their houses, when they uploaded the video on YouTube, the public went insane, saying they might have captured an alien in their house, or that they should have informed the house owners before coming back there. Alien chasing car. Driving late at night, this man spotted something in his rearview mirror. Thinking he might be wrong, the man continued to drive on the same side of the road. But then, the unexpected happened. As emerging from the pavement, there was a scary beast swiftly coming towards the car. Though looking like a human, the figure did not have any clothes on. Dividing the internet with its vicious features, some believe that it was a creature that had come straight from hell, while others say that it was just a human. But if it was a human, how would you explain the super speed of the creature?
The obsessed leopard. Guess who's the mirror's biggest fan? Drumroll please. It's the leopard! Who knew these wild cats were such big admirers of themselves? This leopard found a mirror in the jungle and went all out, smothering it with affection. He even left some personal touches, coating it with his fur oils like it's a fancy spa treatment. But hey, can you blame him? With those stunning spots and sleek moves, he's the king of the runway. And just in case you're wondering, no, the elephants didn't share the same fascination. They're just too busy being cool giants, not mere fans like our stylish leopard. The Long Island missing posters. A hiker stumbled upon a trail of missing persons posters, all with the same face. Now, that's the stuff of nightmares. And the creepy journey didn't end there. It led to a cage with ripped clothes, more posters, and more suspicious liquid. Are we in a crime scene or a Hollywood thriller? Turns out, it was just a Halloween prank by some nearby folks. But hey, who needs sleep when you can have an adrenaline-fueled hike, right? So, if you're ever in New York and see a missing poster trail, just follow it to your own horror adventure.
The enigmatic bush encounter. During a moonless night, two daring adventurers found themselves venturing deep into the heart of darkness. Soon they stumbled upon an eerie spectacle hidden amidst the bushes. Glowing eyes pierced through the darkness, casting a spooky glow. As they held their breaths, an unsettling feeling washed over them. But that was only the beginning, for soon after, something mysterious emerged from behind the foliage. Glooms seemed to dance in the gloom, and their hearts raced as they tried to decipher the mystery that lay before them. Mysterious skies. On a spooky New Year's Eve, South Korea witnessed a bewildering sight. Skies lit up mysteriously. Panic ensued as people feared a UFO or some malevolent creature hovering above. However, the truth revealed by the South Korean military was a tad less spooky. Just a solid-fueled rocket test. Phew, what a relief. The skies may have been ablaze, but fear turned into relief with this explanation. The eerie glow that lit up the sky that night had everyone on edge, wondering if they were witnessing an extraterrestrial event. The crying elk. Caught in an unusual predicament, a trail cam captured a magnificent six-pointed bull elk stuck in a muddy wallow. The majestic Oregon bull struggled relentlessly to free itself from the quagmire, but its efforts proved futile. Letting out loud bugles, it called for help, its cries echoing through the forest. The heart-wrenching sight tugged at the hearts of those who watched the footage, leaving them anxious for a happy resolution. Luckily, the trail cam's presence alerted a nearby rescue team, who rushed to the elk's aid and successfully pulled the struggling creature from the muck. Strange neighborhood street. Sometimes, the most ordinary settings can become the stage for the most extraordinary encounters. One quiet night on a neighborhood street, a man and his friend decided to investigate strange noises they'd been hearing. As they ventured out with their camera, little did they know that they were about to capture something out of this world. Through the night vision, they spotted a humanoid figure moving in the dark, making eerie sounds that sent chills down their spines.
Hey, who is that?
The bizarre encounter, though blurry, has left viewers wondering if they witnessed a genuine otherworldly event or a well-crafted hoax.
Three-eyed creature. Deep in the woods of Finland, two brave adventurers placed a trail camera, hoping to capture the secrets of the night. Little did they know they'd stumble upon an unsolvable mystery. The camera disappeared overnight, only to be found later in a backyard. And what it captured? A spine-tingling image of a creature with three glowing eyes lurking in the shadows. Even Finnish wildlife experts were stumped. What could this unknown apparition be? Join the online frenzy as everyone debates theories on this eerie, spooky enigma hiding in the bushes. Sometimes the trail camera reveals secrets that even the bravest dare not fathom. Scratching and dancing. In the wilds of Prince George, a trail cam caught something extraordinary. A bear dancing! Not in a terrifying way, mind you, but hilariously wobbling up and down a tree to scratch an itch. Mike Costi, the lucky witness, has seen plenty of funny bear antics on his 45-acre property. This bear, not interested in chasing prey, refused to dance to his own rhythm. Bears use trees as personal scratching posts, which gives them a playful and mischievous edge. Remember, if you spot bear scratches in the woods, they might just be dancing the night away instead of seeking a frightful encounter. Rare Wolverine sighting. Hold your breath, for the rarest creature in Yellowstone National Park has been caught on camera. The wolverine, a savage little beast, prowls the cold, high-elevation forest and tundras, leaving behind only whispers of its presence. Capturing a wolverine on a trail cam is like striking gold, and scientists treasure every moment to understand this enigmatic creature's elusive habits. They dwell in low densities and remain largely solitary, making their encounters scarce. Witnessing a wolverine on a trail cam is like peeking into the hidden realms of a mythical world, nature's best-kept secret.
A nanny cam ghost. This creepy video has surfaced online that shows a nanny cam capturing a ghostly figure lurking behind a baby. The parents claim that they have noticed this strange activity before, with their baby being scratched, but this is the first time they were able to capture it on camera. The figure appears to be lurking in the background, but its presence is enough to send shivers down your spine. Watch the video and let us know what you think. Is this just a hoax or something more sinister? Amazonian dog. Now, the Amazon forest is like a home to all weirdest and strangest things and animals. And this is why people love putting their trail cams there. This time, they got footage of a rare Amazonian short-eared dog. It was thought to be a near-extinct species for quite some time, and the researchers were losing hope of finding any, and that is when they got their hands on this clip, in which this dog was seen sniffing around the forest like usual. Teams have been sent to find it so they can keep it in the preservatory and make sure it lives longer. A scary encounter. A man was out for a walk in the woods and was probably enjoying himself till he saw what no one was supposed to see. As he moved forward and came to the bridge, he saw a creepy clown trying to cross it. The clown was going to the other side, but as the man reacted to him by freaking out, he turned back and started moving towards him, which resulted in, of course, the man being freaked out more than before and running away. What are you guys doing if you end up in such a situation? Possum body slam skunk. Check out this hilarious video captured by a trail cam. It shows an epic fight between two of the tiniest creatures in the wild, a possum and a skunk. At first, they were a little far from each other, but as the fight got more intense, they started to come nearer and nearer. Finally, the possum decided to end it once and for all by body slamming the skunk. It's definitely one of those moments that you don't want to miss in the history of wildlife.
Aggressive Yeti. 6 years back in North America, locals woke up one morning to experience the most unbelievable sight of their lives. On the ground, covered with white sheets of snow, they discovered an unusual series of mysterious large footprints that definitely didn't belong to any normal person. Following the lengthy trail of puzzling feet, measuring 4 to 6 feet in length, a team of Sasquatch hunters decided to go out to investigate into the woods. And the results were even more shocking, as appearing from behind one of the trees was a huge, hairy creature with torn-out pieces of a camp in its hands. However, nothing much was revealed about it, as the video suddenly ended just when the aggressive Yeti made an attempt to jump on the cameraman. Dog chased a hairy beast. Planning to capture some moments of wild animals, a man set up a camera with his dog's collar and made him visit the lush habitat of wild critters. While strolling in the middle of the dense trail, the dog accidentally captured a large biped that emerged from one side and passed right in front of the camera. Looking at just a glimpse of that huge creature, many claimed it to be a bear, but mostly, bears don't hide, they attack. Also, after taking a closer look, the dark features resemble the mythical Bigfoot. So, could it be the Bigfoot or any other hairy beast wandering there? Any guesses? Stuck in tree. These people, while taking a stroll in the woods, were shocked to see the miserable scene, as they spotted a fully grown moose strangely stuck between the two trees. Ascending quickly, thinking that there might be a chance to save the poor elk, they were disappointed to see that it had already expired. But what could be the reason that the elk had to end up like this? Well, it turned out that the huge animal was running at a speed of 40 miles per hour. Therefore, it could not determine the distance between the two trees and became the source of its own misery. And here, trapped in a tree, was nothing left of the buck other than its antlers, as the rest of the body had been eaten by wild animals. Stalking creature. Reaching the top of the hiking mountain, these hikers had no idea that they had another companion. Recording the incredible views, one of the girls could be heard asking the other about the creep in the woods.
My God, that's crazy.
And there it is, a humanoid brute. Though standing on the other side, he has his eyes on the hikers. Not blinking for a second and taking his eyes away from the group. It feels like the cryptid is planning a strike. But disappointedly, there could be a possibility of the video being edited. And if not, what could this creature be?
Albino deer paradise! Welcome to the secret world of Seneca white deer. These stunning all-white deer have found a real-life fortress to call home. On a U.S. Army base in New York, they're protected like true royalty. Imagine being a deer and living in a place with no predators and 10,000 acres to roam. It's like a never-ending buffet of safety and freedom. These rare beauties have flourished for over 6 decades, and the Army's got their backs. So, no venison on the menu here, folks. Just a haven for these magnificent white-tailed deer to frolic and rule the woodland in style. Elusive goblins. Deep in the woods, there lies a realm where goblins roam free. These mischievous little buggers have been haunting us since the Middle Ages, and no one knows where they came from. Europe to Zimbabwe, they've spread their spooky tales far and wide. But have you ever wondered if they're more than just fairy tales? That park ranger's trail camera might have just caught a real goblin on tape. Is this just the beginning of a whole army of goblins lurking out there? Beware, the line between myth and reality may be thinner than you think.
Mysterious police behavior. In a suspicious dashcam video, a police officer seems to be intentionally turning off his camera, raising questions about potential misconduct or cover-up. The officer mentions being in red, indicating awareness of being recorded. The abrupt end of the footage leaves viewers wondering what the officer wanted to hide, and whether there was a breach of trust or accountability, like usual. Ambush attempt in Russia. On the desolate Russian road, a dashcam captured a sinister setup, a makeshift roadblock with bottles and a tree branch. As 2 drivers approached the obstruction, strange figures appeared out of nowhere. The comment section buzzed with theories of an ambush attempt. Was it a trap orchestrated by the people in the car down the road, or the mysterious figures on the side? The chilling uncertainty left viewers on the edge of their seats, questioning the true intentions of these eerie roadblocks. It was like watching a spine-chilling thriller unfold right before their eyes.
Tangled deer. If you have never seen someone come back from the dead, then you've gotta see this one. With its neck twitched and badly stuck in the fence, the deer laying stiff was considered dead by passers-by. So they decided to end its misery and let it rest peacefully. Therefore, cutting off the wire, one of them went close to fix the twisted neck. But that's where things took a weird turn, as just when the guy lifted its neck, the deer jumped quickly and ran towards the woods, leaving them baffled on its sudden revival. Masked man. Setting up the camera to record the animals at night, the man was shocked to see a tall man with its face painted like a clown or possibly wearing a mask standing in the woods. Thinking it might be some kind of prank, but the guy went back there after some time and set up the trail camera again. There it was, popping in front of the camera a second time, only this time revealing his face quite properly, which left the man scared as hell, because what could be scarier than humans dressed weirdly? Creeping monster. Showing its most frightening features, a Sasquatch was caught creeping among the woods in the dead of night. And because the people mistook it as an ape, as not much of the weird creature was visible, luckily it did reveal its face to make it known that it was not an ape. Soon after this discovery in the woods, another camera caught similar footage where a four-legged animal was seen crawling in the middle of the road. But this time, not revealing an inch of its supernatural features. The creature was believed to be La Mona, a mythical witch that would turn itself into a crawler to hunt people at night.
Ghost attempts to hide. Either this ghost dozed off into the water or it was attempting to hide itself. A trail camera planted on a bridge next to a haunted house captured footage of a ghost that tripped into a small stream. The camera was placed in the area to investigate the cause of disturbance in the area in the dead of night. After reviewing the footage, many believe that this would rather be a cause of a young woman being possessed by a ghost. Flying humanoid. If the furry humanoids weren't spooky enough, you now have one that can fly. Two young boys, while playing in the backyard of a farm in Kent, United Kingdom, noticed a weird-looking hive. With their father filming the video, they got closer to the hive when a flying bug came out of the hive. At first, it was thought to be a firefly or a dragonfly, but seconds later they could notice that this bug is humanoid. From arms to legs, it had a body structure completely similar to that of a human with wings to fly. As it came flying out, the father and the kids reacted by fleeing away. Since the footage has gone viral, many call it a real-life fairy. Forest zombie. This looks to be either a zombie or a clown, or perhaps both. After numerous reports of something haunting a small part of a forest in Ontario, Canada, paranormal investigators decided to investigate. After several hours of searching, they weren't able to find any ghosts, but rather a zombified being that was stalking them from a distance. Upon one of the paranormal investigators spotting this haunting figure, it quickly escaped behind the tree and into the darkness. It had sparkly eyes, clown-like makeup, sharp reflexes, and not to mention huge in size. Imagine the horror of such a nightmare ambushing you.
Pterosaur. This one seems perfect to be on our list. After all, would you have believed me if I told you there was a pterosaur lurking in the skies? Fossilized pterosaurs are well known thanks to movies. They were the best flying creatures ever. But regrettably, we no longer get to see them most of the time. Still, some people claim to have seen it. Unfortunately, they also recorded it on camera. What do you think about this footage? It appears to be in midair like a huge centipede and is almost appearing to be moving in the fog. Since this video was taken from a location where the fog had less of an impact, it can be really seen perfectly disguised within that thick fog. This footage was taken in June 2020 after a French resident noticed an odd-looking object in the sky. Please share your thoughts about this video in our comment section. A paranormal creature riding a horse. This video gives off a paranormal vibe that will make you jump out of your skin as we watch this horse galloping through the fog. At first glance, it appears as though an extraterrestrial is leading them into oblivion, but it seems like this video is going to be a nightmare for many of you. Such clips are the reason you regret watching such creepy and spine-chilling videos. A scary encounter. Somewhere on a beach in China, a man came across this strange sponge-like creature. Thinking it was dead or possibly not alive at all, he went to it and grabbed it with his bare hands. However, the creature wasn't dead at all, and that's when we saw it move its hands and legs, or whatever you want to call those, in a peculiar way. Could this be some kind of mutated starfish? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Crooked-faced walker. This is one of those times when something fictional becomes a reality. Residents from a small town in Wisconsin reported numerous appearances of this crooked-faced walker, which has a resemblance to a mythical character called the Spirit Walker. Locals would often wear costumes depicting the walker until it actually started appearing after dark at festivals and community events. So much so that it was locally known as the Spirit of Bizarre. It has a body structure similar to that of a man with extremely long, bony arms, all covered in a suit and a mask. The footage was taken by one of the cameras that was placed to get a closer view at it. shady beast. With little to no trees around, the chances of it being a monkey is next to impossible. A footage captured in a woodland area in Nebraska shows a troubled-looking individual that was spotted by passerby as it appeared out from behind the grass. The author of the video at first thought it to be a monkey in distress or an animal of some kind until it got closer and up on its hind, revealing its terrifying face as it began chasing. The recorder described it to have a beastly appearance, which, after video getting viral, was later nicknamed as the Shady Beast. Catching birds for dinner. A simple fact that gorillas are not known to hunt birds is enough to say that this isn't something normal. A video recorded in March 2016 by a fisherman who was returning from a catch shows a huge furry animal on top of a pole. This furry animal was attempting to catch seagulls flying nearby. Upon capturing one of them, it started bashing the seagull aggressively on the pole, presenting its incredible strength, and started eating minutes later. As it was able to climb tall, narrow poles easily, many speculated that it could be a gorilla, but honestly, it seems like a really hungry Bigfoot. The Lansing Deer. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new star on the dance floor, a deer. Yes, you heard it right. Yellowstone National Park's got some serious dance fever, and it's all thanks to this groovy deer. Trail cams captured the majestic moves of this hoof sensation, leaping and dancing like no one's watching. It's like a woodland ballet with a touch of jazz. Scientists are scratching their heads trying to figure out what's got this deer busting moves. Maybe it's practicing for its debut on Deer's Got Talent. Either way, we're in awe of this dance phenomenon in the wild. UFO floating light. Now, beware the eerie sight that haunted the Mississippi couple. A mysterious UFO, a glowing light from beyond. Their trail cameras captured the spooky moment it appeared, casting an otherworldly glow on a startled deer. They wondered if it was a government drone or something more uncanny. Seeking answers, they turned to friends, but the truth remained vague. The mysterious light left them both fascinated and afraid. Was it aliens or a mere coincidence? The truth will never be known, and the mystifying memory of the hovering light lingers, a spooky tale that chills the spine.
Ghostly shadow. Living in the middle of the dark forest, the man had been spotting a strange shadow in his backyard. Therefore, after several appearances, he decided to follow it this time. Waiting for it on the other side, it was when he shifted that he spotted a huge shadow between the trees. It was a huge, slightly distorted shadow that was caught walking in the woods and left the people in shock as they considered it one of the most convincing evidence of an apparition captured. Snowy Bigfoot. Standing in the middle of nowhere, a group of explorers spotted this bizarre bipedal creature walking down the mountain. It had a huge body all covered in thick black hair. With a few claiming it to be another hiker walking on the mountain, onlookers stated that the creature was not wearing any snowshoes. Therefore, the examiners revealed that walking on the snow slope without any visible support would be impossible for a human. And the fact that it covered such a long distance in only a few seconds, right when the camera recorded the broad view, left the people stunned. Because, well, again, walking with such fast speed in snow is a hard task to do for any person. It's time for today's open discussion. A man heard some strange noises coming from his backyard, and going out to see what's happening, he did not capture anything in the woods present near his house. But it's when he shifts his camera that he spots the cryptid. With his back towards him, it felt like the creature was trying to take a big leap to reach the rooftop. Scared but trying to get rid of the creep outside his house, the man tossed a stick towards it, and then, turning around to see the man, not in a mood to react, the creature jumped on the roof, climbed it, and ran towards the other side. Though it is not known where it went, the camera captured it again, this time running on a road. but the huge size got the spectators thinking if it was really the exact creeper, or if some other creature had been wandering in their area.
Ghostly visitations in an Ohio home. In the quiet solitude of her new Ohio home, a young woman found herself entangled in a chilling haunting. Her video diaries captured the subtle changes in her demeanor
Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this.
as she encountered unexplained thumping sounds and eerie shadows. A disturbing presence seemed to watch her every move, leaving her on edge and uneasy. The old oven in the house added an extra layer of creepiness to her haunting tale. As she moved from room to room, the terror escalated, reaching its climax with the appearance of a shadowy figure, its glowing eyes peering through the darkness. UFO or foggy mirage. In the vast expanse of the Canadian sky, a man's ordinary day took a bizarre turn. Hovering between the wisps of clouds, it appeared to be an otherworldly craft, a UFO. As whispers of UFO fluttered through the air, excitement and speculation gripped the hearts of all who had a glimpse of the astonishing scene. Yet, as with many occurrences, the truth proved to be far more realistic. In the thick of the fog, it was revealed stadium lights disguising themselves as something alien and extraordinary.
A glowing creature. While some people were out late at night, they lost their way and ended up on a creepy road. Not knowing where to go, they stopped their car and were looking here and there. That is when this creepy glowing creature comes out from one side and runs to disappear on the other. It appeared to be on all four legs and was running in a very weird way to consider it a human. For some, it was a skinwalker, while for others, it was nothing but a hoax. But what do you guys think? Alien-like creature. Talking about strange creatures spotted in the woods, there's also this video. A man found this creepy tiny thing lying on the ground in the forest. While recording it, the man tried moving it with the help of a stick. But it was of no use as this thing wasn't alive. But with such a strange appearance, what even was that? Some kind of alien?
Creepy encounter in French woods. 11 years ago, in the heart of a dark French forest, a group of friends gathered for a night of revelry and drinks. Little did they know that their fateful decision to record their escapades would lead them to something far beyond their imagination. Amidst laughter and banter, they suddenly spotted an eerie figure lurking behind a tree. While some brushed it off as a mere cat, the unsettling truth dawned upon them. This was no ordinary creature. With its elongated limbs and peculiar movements, it bore a striking resemblance to an extraterrestrial being. Their creepy encounter was caught on tape, and ever since, the mysterious footage has continued to haunt viewers, sparking debates over its authenticity. Close call in abandoned power plant. Urban explorers, the proper people, are no strangers to the thrill of delving into abandoned locations. However, during their European road trip, they encountered a situation that would test their nerves like never before. Inside a decommissioned power plant, Michael found himself alone, and the unsettling feeling of being watched quickly engulfed him. His heart raced as he heard strange noises echoing upon the halls. The adrenaline-fueled escape from an approaching security guard left him breathless.
The Lansing Deer. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new star on the dance floor. A deer. Yes, you heard it right. Yellowstone National Park's got some serious dance fever, and it's all thanks to this groovy deer. Trail cams captured the majestic moves of this hoof sensation, leaping and dancing like no one's watching. It's like a woodland ballet with a touch of jazz. Scientists are scratching their heads trying to figure out what's got this deer busting moves. Maybe it's practicing for its debut on Deer's Got Talent. Either way, we're in awe of this dance phenomenon in the wild. UFO floating light. Now, beware the eerie sight that haunted the Mississippi couple. A mysterious UFO, a glowing light from beyond. Their trail cameras captured the spooky moment it appeared, casting an otherworldly glow on a startled deer. They wondered if it was a government drone or something more uncanny. Seeking answers, they turned to friends, but the truth remained vague. The mysterious light left them both fascinated and afraid. Was it aliens or a mere coincidence? The truth will never be known, and the mystifying memory of the hovering light lingers, a spooky tale that chills the spine.
Chasing beast. A man suffering from Bigfoot fever while exploring a thick forest to capture the latest sightings of this mythical creature was petrified to hear a loud, terrifying scream. Apparently, no one was seen anywhere, so he decided to check for the animal. And instead of spotting the animal, he was welcomed by a huge, black figure, which was already waiting for him behind the dense woods. Filled with fear, he started running. As if spotting the giant dark figure wasn't that scary, the actual terror began when the great Bigfoot, rather than hiding or running away, started chasing its hunter. Fortunately, the man managed to escape, and the chasing beast vanished behind one of the bushes. Road crossing ghost. Even famous for being haunted, two friends decided to visit the eerie jungle anyway. Well, one who seeks it will be the one who finds it. And there it was, a weird translucent figure appearing right in front of them and crossing the road so swiftly that they thought they were imagining it. But then, not wanting to be forgotten, the weird creatures appeared again from the other side of the road. And this time, its humanoid body was quite visible.
Mysterious Bigfoot encounter. You've probably heard tales of Bigfoot, the legendary ape-like creature rumored to roam North America's forests. Since the 19th century, people have shared countless stories and sightings, though concrete evidence remains elusive. However, one trail cam might have finally captured the elusive beast. As the camera recorded a serene, snowy scene, an ape-like figure emerged, unaware of being watched. The grainy footage showed the mysterious creature walking before vanishing into the forest. Could this be real proof of Bigfoot's existence? The debate continues, and this eerie footage adds to the enigma of the elusive Sasquatch. Lions enter campsite. Imagine camping in Brazil, surrounded by friends, when suddenly curious lions enter your campsite. Heart-stopping, right? Thankfully, the lions were more curious than menacing. The trail cam captured the chilling encounter of these wild felines exploring the campsite. Faro Fino and his friends watched in awe as the majestic male lion peeked into their tent, leaving them breathless with fear. It's a reminder that we share the wilderness with nature's apex predators, and at times their curiosity can put us on edge. But fear not, they soon left, leaving the campers in awe of the incredible encounter. Just imagine being that close to royalty of the jungle. Bigfoot with glowing eyes. Maybe this Bigfoot was just showing off its sparkling eyes. A TikToker, while out in the Canadian woods for a video, had a close call with this giant gorilla-like creature with exceptionally bright eyes. At first, it was thought of being some gorilla, until after it came closer while passing by. Being caught in fear and confusion, he decided to film the incident. To get answers, the video was uploaded on social media, where many called it a Bigfoot, and that this might be the closest ever encounter with one of them. The TikToker definitely was fortunate enough that the Bigfoot didn't display any predatory behavior. Naked man. A hunter while passing past a forest nearby Tomorrow World area when he heard someone calling at him for help. Upon looking down, he noticed a man with not a stitch of clothing on him standing by the creek along with a walking cane. While maintaining distance, the naked man claimed that he had been robbed, beaten up, and stripped of all clothing by bullies during the music festival before being dropped in the woods. After days of trying to survive, he decided to stick next to the creek. The hunter managed to get a number of the naked man's next of kin to get in touch so they could come and get him. This picture was captured by a lost traveler who was passing through a forest in New Zealand on June 10, 2021. The traveler, while stopping to rest for the night, was disturbed by a terrifying zombie-like cry not too far from his location. In hopes to offer help, he called closer to the source of the sound, only to find its point of origin from something that looked unlike any known human. Seconds after the encounter, the traveler immediately decided to flee for his life. After several minutes of running away, the recorder hid himself under a tree bark and decided to remain stationary till dawn, leaving having this picture, the only clear view of this being.
Snowy wilderness. Amidst the untouched beauty of the snowy wilderness, a heart-pounding encounter awaited those brave enough to venture forth. In a zoomed-in footage, an enigmatic figure loomed large among the trees, capturing the attention of all who beheld it. Its bipedal form, resembling the legendary Bigfoot, ignited curiosity and fear in equal measure. The creature's confident movements and scale, compared to the surrounding landscape, hinted at the possibility of an authentic encounter. Yet, as quickly as it appeared, it vanished into the wilderness. Cryptid in Yosemite. Within the picturesque beauty of Yosemite, a peculiar sight caught the attention of a camera. Bizarre, featherless figures moved with an unnatural gait, resembling a type of cryptid. Their enigmatic appearance, almost ghost-like and devoid of details, left a trail of intrigue but little explanation. The figures danced down the hill in a curious display before vanishing into the wilderness, leaving puzzled witnesses to wonder what they had just witnessed. Mystery House. Under the shroud of darkness, two men approached a seemingly deserted and isolated house. As they focused their flashlights on the windows, a bone-chilling sight sent them reeling with fear. A small figure akin to a child stood ominously in the doorway, its presence foreboding and mysterious. Uncertain of the house's history, they hesitated to venture closer, leaving behind an unsettling mystery that would linger in their memories.
Lions enter campsite. Imagine camping in Brazil, surrounded by friends, when suddenly curious lions enter your campsite. Heart-stopping, right? Thankfully, the lions were more curious than menacing. The trail cam captured the chilling encounter of these wild felines exploring the campsite. Faro Fino and his friends watched in awe as the majestic male lion peeked into their tent, leaving them breathless with fear. It's a reminder that we share the wilderness with nature's apex predators, and at times their curiosity can put us on edge. But fear not, they soon left, leaving the campers in awe of the incredible encounter. Just imagine being that close to royalty of the jungle. Forgotten bunker. Have you heard about those creepy abandoned bunkers scattered around the world? It's like a treasure hunt for urban explorers. And this time, we've got a forgotten one hidden deep in the Scottish woods. It's got history oozing from its concrete walls. Experts think it could have housed Churchill's secret army, ready to defend the homeland during World War II. Can you imagine? Soldiers bunkering down for months, ready for action. But hold up, there's still more of these secret shelters waiting to be discovered. Who knows what other mysteries are hiding in the wilderness just waiting to be found? Bear's spooky heist. In this next cam footage, a black bear was lurking in a homeowner's backyard, assessing the surroundings like a crafty burglar. Once he deems it safe, he embarks on a daring mission to raid the chicken coop. Sniffing around, he tries to figure out how to open the wooden coop. Standing on his hind legs, he searches for any weaknesses. Failing to open it peacefully, desperation sets in, and the bear resorts to force, clawing and biting through the wood. But wait, the homeowner's trail cam has a surprise in store. An alarm system startles the intruder, forcing the bear to retreat into the shadows, leaving the homeowner in awe of the midnight marauder.
Cryptid in woods. This man has no idea that his plans to explore the woods early in the morning are about to be ruined by a terrifying creature. Camping in the forest and deciding to take a stroll in the trails, the man, while recording the video, spotted a bizarre cryptid behind one of the trees. thinking it might be a wild animal. He could be heard asking if that was a cow coming.
Is that a cow? What is that?
But before he could figure out what it was, the whitish, odd-looking creature crawled right toward the man, giving him almost no time to save himself. But running right away, the man rushed to escape from the scary stalker. And because the video ends disruptively, what happens next remains unknown. Stalking brute. Where we often see people doing it, this video was a bit different, as it captured a Bigfoot following a man in the forest. At first approaching a bit quietly, when the man sensed that he'd been followed and started looking for clues of the mysterious stalker, he spotted the Bigfoot walking a little distance from him. But realizing that he'd been caught, the hairy critter was then seen going back to one of its hideouts. And though it continued stalking the man just for a slight moment, right when he shifted his camera, one of the giant's eyes could be seen looking at the man's camera, and was captured one last time running in an open field. But with all these times just stalking and not really attacking, the people could not understand what it was really looking for. If you happen to know, do let me know. Skier outruns massive avalanche. Snowboarding is an exhilarating sport that provides an adrenaline rush that most other sports lack. But what makes it particularly compelling is snowboarding in order to avoid an avalanche. Yeah, you heard that right. Avalanche. A skier manages to outrun an avalanche in this video, despite it being one of the planet's most severe, unfavorable conditions. It was captured on camera at North Cascades National Park in the U.S. state of Washington, where Nick McNutt was looking for steep drops to launch his skis off of in order to push the limits of his equipment. Nobody would have believed the incident if it hadn't been captured on camera. Suddenly, a section of snow fell, starting the avalanche, leaving him with no choice but to maneuver his way out of the situation. Fortunately, he was able to outrun the avalanche and cruise himself to safety. Snake climbing a tree. When this video was uploaded to the internet in 2017, some people assumed the snake was performing a pole dance, while others said that the snake was being underappreciated for his intelligence and might be out to capture some monkeys, or perhaps to simply eat some birds' eggs. We are unsure because whoever took the video didn't try to record it in its entirety. Remember, folks, keep those cameras rolling. Anaconda crossing the road. When people saw a large anaconda trying to cross the road in the middle of the day in the presence of many humans, they got out of their cars and tried to stop the oncoming vehicles to let the reptiles slither wherever they wanted to. This incident occurred in Brazil in 2019, and the snake wasn't something you would get to see every day trying to cross the road. It was a 4-meter-long one and had to weigh somewhere around 66 pounds. India may be known for its culture and colors, but most people are unaware that it is also home to some strange and bizarre phenomena. For example, in this clip, we see a man with a large backpack who empties a bag and discovers hundreds of snakes inside. Now, he caught and sorted all of them with just his bare hands, and there were no worries or negative feedback whatsoever. It's also said that the man was actually freeing the snakes from captivity.
Bigfoot versus bear. Once upon a time, a hunter aimed his rifle and shot Bigfoot right in the shoulder. Can you believe it? But that's not all. There's more. Bigfoot went head-to-head with a bear. It was like a cryptid battle royal. The footage is so jaw-dropping, you won't know if it's real or just a movie stunt. Bigfoot flexed those massive muscles, and the bear roared with fury. It was a clash of the titans. And you'd think they were starring in a Hollywood blockbuster. The camera captured Bigfoot's fierce face, his elongated head like an ape, and his razor-sharp claws.
Alien Scout. The appearance of the UFOs and alien sightings such as these are surely not a mere coincidence. A couple along with their neighbors were camping nearby the Big Bear Lake in California, when a tiny possum-like being made a sudden appearance, catching them all by surprise. According to the witnesses, it had a physical appearance similar to that of a fictional character, Dobby from the Harry Potter movies, but was a bit too green. As the wildlife experts are trying to make sense of the incident, many debated that this could be an alien scout, especially due to a UFO sighting the previous day. Cryptid caught on camera. Cryptid or not, even they tend to make mistakes and get seen. An explorer, while placing his trail camera in a mountain forest somewhere in the United States, found a mysterious shadowy figure. It was seen curiously peeking out from next to a broad tree trunk and got caught on the camera that was still recording. Although it didn't show any sinister intentions, the cameraman quickly ran away from the area. The fact that the nature of this being is unknown and you never know what it might be capable of, he instinctively decided to run away. The figure remains a complete mystery, despite widespread online exposure.
Encounter with drug cartel. Mike Thistle's dashcam captured a chilling scene as he traversed a remote area in Mexico. The road appeared desolate, but as he drove past, he noticed several armed men lurking by the side of the road, linked to a notorious drug cartel. A sense of danger washed over Mike, prompting him to act swiftly. He deftly documented the alarming encounter on his dashcam and, without hesitation, informed the authorities about the suspicious activity. His vigilance and quick actions helped him evade a potentially life-threatening situation and underscored the critical importance of staying vigilant on the road.
Abandoned dolls. Okay, picture this, an island filled with grimy, forgotten dolls. Now that's the stuff of nightmares. Locals say these creepy dolls are like a message from beyond, and they even say prayers to keep those vengeful spirits at bay. Smart move, I'd say. Nobody wants a haunted doll chasing after them in the woods. But wait, what's the story behind these eerie toys? Some believe they belong to children who once lived on the island. And boy, do they leave an impression. I'd steer clear of that place. It's like a spooky doll convention gone wrong. Marble Mountain Bigfoot. All right, gather around, folks. We've got some serious Bigfoot business on our hands. This ain't your grainy, blurry video. This footage is legit. It's like the breakthrough we've been waiting for. A family stumbled upon a massive creature's lair in the woods, and let me tell ya, it wasn't your typical camping spot. These pine branches were no match for the sheer power of this elusive creature. No hatchet, no saw. It was like the Hulk went tree snapping. But hold your noses. This isn't just a story for the campfire. This is real evidence that Bigfoot might just be more than a legend. The Masked Man. Once upon a spine-chilling time, a trail camera captured some of the eeriest footage ever seen. A masked man with an unsettling mask that sent shivers down spines was spotted late at night, crawling on his knees through the dark forest. The mysterious figure stirred questions and fears. Why was he wandering all alone in the dead of night? The video went viral, leaving viewers both intrigued and trembling. The enigma of the masked man remains unsolved, forever haunting those who dare to watch. Spooky encounter in the cave. A group of adventurous souls ventured into a mysterious cave, camera rolling to document their epic journey. Little did they know that their chilling encounter awaited. As they explored the dark caverns, they spotted a black figure crouched nearby. Was it a friend or foe? They quickly realized this wasn't just some furry friend, but a hairy creature with intentions far from friendly. Yeek! It was like a scene from a hair-raising horror flick. They hightailed it out of there, but the haunting encounter left them with more questions than answers. What did they stumble upon in those murky depths? Giant Tarzan. A sighting such as this is probably a dream come true for all the Tarzan fans. A construction worker in Minnesota, while on a break, saw that this very tall man, who was caught by the magnificence of modern construction, it looked almost naked, covered only by a dark piece of clothing with a height twice to that of an average person. As one of the construction workers riding on his bicycle passed by that point, this real-life Tarzan suddenly disappeared. Since the footage was taken from quite a distance, the tall man wasn't identified properly. Slender Man. In 2018, two friends and a little girl were traveling across states when they bumped into an abnormality, tall and suspicious-looking man referred to as the Slender Man. The Slender Man appeared in the middle of them, making the driver turn off-road and into the grass before stopping. Seconds later, the camera blacked out and started recording once again, showing the Slender Man walking in the woods with the little girl. One of the two friends went missing, while the other was able to find the little girl with a note left behind probably by the Slender Man. Till date, authorities haven't been able to figure out who or where this tall being came from.
Dude. That is massive.
Explore these captivating trail cam moments, ranging from octopus encounters and strange nighttime sightings to eerie encounters and cryptid forest specters. The viral, unsettling videos that emerged overnight prompt contemplation about the mysteries of existence. Deer at night. In the quiet of the night, deep within the heart of the forest, a curious and graceful animal came up from the darkness. The forest was dark, but the moon's soft light filtered through the leaves, disclosing the mysterious visitor. This graceful being with eyes like stars moved quietly, each step a delicate formel on the forest floor. Little did it know, a quiet guard was observing. A trail camera, like a silent guard, captured the deer's every move. It stood still for a moment, its delicate figure lightened by the camera's flash. The image was like a secret between the forest and technology, a brief look into the life of this attractive forest inhabitant. The night continued, and the deer disappeared into the depths of the woods, leaving behind only a memory on the trail cam, a memory to be participated in, a story to be told, a moment to be loved in the peaceful beauty of the forest at night. Angry lioness. This video shows one of the most rare sightings ever captured on camera. In the beginning, we see a lion behind a huge rock, and suddenly it is attacked by a lioness whom it went close to. The lioness growls at him and attacks him with her claws. The lion looks terrified and tries to run away, but the mighty lioness does not let him run without clawing his face off. It is one of the most incredible sightings captured on camera. Imagine the king of the jungle being attacked by his own queen. It sounds hilarious and terrifying at the same time. What do you think about it? Wolves attacking the hare. In the bright daytime, a strange event happened on an empty field. A video showed two wolves chasing a little hare. The wolves were like hidden shadows, and their reasons were unclear. The hare, feeling danger, ran as fast as it could to stay safe. One wolf tried to grab the hare's tail, but the hare quickly changed direction, escaping its grasp. The chase continued, like a game of life and death under the sun. One wolf was eager to catch the hare, showing its sharp teeth and mean eyes. The hare surprised everyone by swiftly changing its path, avoiding capture. The wolves were relentless, like determined hunters. They tried to catch the hare with every jump and move, but the clever hare used zigzag moves to confuse them, like a secret dance with the wolves. As the chase went on, it became more mysterious. The hare's graceful escape mixed with the wolves' fierce chase created a suspenseful story. The sun watched, creating strange shadows and bright spots in this thrilling drama. In the end, the hare managed to escape, slipping away from the wolves' jaws. This mysterious video left us with a captivating and eerie image of a world where life and death played an enigmatic game in the wild. Cryptic paranormal nightmare. Late at night, a spooky video shows a dark room. A girl is sleeping on her bed, not knowing something strange is about to happen. Suddenly, the door opens by itself, making a creepy sound. The chair starts moving on its own, like it's dancing in a weird way. Then, a ball flies out of the cupboard without anyone touching it, breaking the normal rules. The room gets flashes of bright light, like thunder lighting it up. But the girl keeps sleeping, not aware of what's going on. Weird things continue. Her stuff falls everywhere, books make a mess, and a painting on the wall shakes. Everything changes in the room like a spooky wave passing through. The blanket that covered the girl is now on the floor. The door closes by itself, trapping the strange happenings inside. Even with all this chaos, the girl stays asleep like a princess in a scary dream. The strange and spooky scene plays out, like a mysterious dance of weird things happening where you can't see them. It was really a cryptid and scary scene, and it left everyone scared about the things that happened in that room. Nobody knew who was doing this and what his purpose behind doing all this creepy stuff. Cryptic forest specter.
You see it? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, that's not a deer. What the devil is that?
In a dark forest at night, a secret video showed glowing eyes of a mysterious creature. The creature standing in the unknown, its eyes shining through the darkness. As the camera saw this strange being, the people filming struggled with not knowing, feeling confused. A ghostly figure appeared in the night, its glowing eyes shining strangely. The trees whispered a spooky mystery, and the leaves rustled with an eerie harmony. Was it a wild animal or a scary thing from nightmares? In the video, people disagreed about what the creature could be. Some thought it might be a powerful bear, while others feared it was a lion, a royal yet terrifying force hiding in the shadows.
I see you. Those eyes are wide, too.
The true identity of the creature stayed hidden in the dark. The creature's shape disappeared into the darkness, leaving only its glowing eyes. It stared at the camera, sending shivers down the spines of those trying to understand its mystery. In the middle of the night, where reality and strange things mixed, the video showed a scene of worry and fear. The mysterious creature, a hidden ghost, danced strangely with the camera. Its glowing eyes were like a doorway to something unknown. Without showing teeth or fur, it remained a mysterious part of the shadows, leaving its mark on the unknown.
Those are big eyes. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Snake in the house. This video was captured by a homeowner whose home was invaded by an unexpected intruder, a python. The snake can be seen staring at the man who lies on his bed while recording the video. Now it is not sure whether the snake is his pet or not, but the video is one of the creepiest sightings ever. The eyes of the python are glowing in the dark, and its huge size and long body is one of its scariest features. The huge serpent keeps staring at the man with its glowy eyes. What would you do if a python invaded your home? Share in the comments down below. Monkey feast. A cheeky young monkey lounges on a rock by the beautiful stream, enjoying and feasting on ripe mangoes. The monkey is twice the size of the normal monkey of its kind, and still doesn't seem to want to diet. It skillfully peels the mango with its little fingers and nibbles on it while enjoying the view. Some more leftovers of mangoes can be seen around him, making it clear that this isn't the first mango it's eating. This is one of the cutest videos ever captured in the wild. Creepy creature. The trail camera captured a glimpse of a creature from the night in the middle of the forest. With an uncanny presence, the creature emerged from the shadows and swiftly disappearing in the darkness again after showing itself in the moonlight for a few seconds. It can be seen glowing in the darkness of the night. Many spectators say that it was an otter roaming around in the woods in the night. However, it does look like a mini-sized dinosaur running through the woods at night. What do you think this creature is? Colorful feathers. Imagine this gorgeous hen, a brilliantly colored feathered work of art. Its body is covered in a symphony of hues. Vivid black and sunny yellows move over its feathers like paintbrush strokes on a canvas. Its glossy plumage is caressed by the sunlight, creating a glittering spectacle. The minute features are brought to life when it rests elegantly on a rock. Those round yellow eyes capture the essence of the creativity of nature, telling tales of curiosity and intelligence. The bird's feathers gleam in the sunlight, and the bright colors capture the spectator's attention in a glimpse. These beautifully colored hens are one of the rarest species of birds in the world. What do you think about them? Creepy spectral encounter. In the dark, spooky night, a creepy video showed up on a lonely road. Next to it was a scary park keeping its secrets. A camera saw two ghosts appear. They were like light without any clear shape in the darkness. These ghostly things didn't follow the usual rules of being seen, but the camera was brave and caught them. They raced out of the mysterious park, moving super fast and blending into the night. When they got to the road, something strange pushed them ahead, and they glowed in a weird way. The camera, kind of forced to be part of this ghostly stuff, filmed them going to some unknown place. A weird, uneasy feeling filled the air as the ghosts vanished back into the darkness. Since they didn't really look like anything, it left everyone puzzled and a bit scared. This video wasn't just a normal recording. It was like a door to something we can't understand. A spooky reminder that sometimes the line between the living and the mysterious can be crossed. Each part of the video told a story of these strange ghosts, like a scary movie that played on people's fears. This strange meeting with things we can't explain stayed in people's minds, making them feel weird. The road, once just a regular place, now had seen something spooky hidden in the darkness. Proof that strange mysteries are out there when the world is covered in night. Mysterious video of a huge snake. In a really old farmhouse way out in a distant village, something strange happened during the day. A weird video popped up showing something mysterious that left everyone who watched it very puzzled. Right in the middle of the video, there was a massive snake. It looked as scary as the village's hidden past. This snake was tied up to a worn-out pillar with some invisible ropes. Its huge size made everyone uncomfortable, like it came from a legend and was now in their hands. People in the village whispered that they might have done this, tied the snake up. But where this snake came from remained a big mystery. It showed up out of nowhere, like a ghostly protector or an omen, and no one could figure out why. The snake had shiny silver scales with dark lines on them. These lines seemed to move in a creepy way, like they had some strange power. Being near it made people feel uneasy, and a cold feeling crept over them. As the video played again and again, more and more questions filled the minds of the villagers and anyone who saw it. The old farmhouse, which already held so many secrets, now had a new puzzle. It both fascinated and frightened everyone, all under the strange gaze of the ancient snake. Eerie Bigfoot encounter.
Dude. That is massive.
In the dark woods at night, a mysterious video showed something big. The shadows in the video made it all spooky, like a secret dance. The night itself seemed to make it even more mysterious. In this video, you could see two glowing eyes in the dark. They belonged to a huge and mysterious creature, hiding in the shadows. People watching the video felt like they were part of a strange dance with something they couldn't understand. The dark woods turned into a weird stage, and the main character was the creature with glowing eyes. The video gave a quick look into a world of strange and unknown things.
Dude. That is massive.
And it made a strong impression on those who saw it. The creature, said to be the famous Bigfoot, stayed hidden in the darkness. You couldn't see its full shape because it stayed in the shadows. But those shining eyes told a story of something beyond what people could easily believe. It made the ones who saw it feel a bit scared and amazed at the same time. When the video ended, the mystery stayed in the air. A creepy feeling stuck with those who dared to explore the supernatural side of the woods. The The glowing eyes of the hidden giant stayed in the memories of the people who saw the mysterious encounter in the dark forest.
You seen it on camera?
Octopus encounter. The video shows a giant Pacific octopus being released back into the ocean. Have you ever seen a creature this slimy? The body of the creature looks like jelly being smeared all over the floor. Its tentacles spread on all sides of its body, making it look even creepier. We can see it slithering on the floor until it reaches the edge of the boat and then jumps into the water. This is one of the most incredible videos ever captured. The huge head of the octopus is clearly visible, and its eyes can also be seen. Another thing to ponder about is that when the man touches the animal, it does not harm it in any way, while octopuses are considered to be dangerous and creepy sea creatures. Mysterious box unveiled. In the bright daylight, there were lots of sealed boxes. No one knew what was inside them. Something strange happened. A box started shaking by itself, making waves in the quiet scene. The air felt weird, like ordinary things were turning into something special. Nobody could understand what was going on. The small box throbbed with a strange beat, breaking the usual silence. Each shake seemed to tell a mysterious story, known only to that hidden space. A man, maybe chosen by luck, threw the box aside with his foot, but the mystery stuck around, blending into the unknown. The box found a new spot but still buzzed with curiosity. People couldn't look away from the moved box. Silence hung in the air, mixed with confusion. Even though it got pushed away, the strange happening left a mark on the ordinary day. People talked quietly, trying to figure out the unanswered questions. After this strange dance, the truth stayed hidden, covered by the unexplainable. The mysterious moment stayed in everyone's thoughts, like a puzzle waiting to be solved, a story waiting for someone curious to reveal the secrets in that odd box's vibrations. Mystic Shearing unveiled cute entity. In the daytime video, there was a strange sight. A black sheep covered in dark wool, almost like a shadow creature. It looked chubby, like a big potato with fuzzy fur all over. Someone, like a protector, showed up to take care of this mysterious creature. She carefully started cutting the wool in a special way, like doing a magical ceremony. The sheep, a big mystery, made it a tough job. Not easy for someone who's scared. But surprisingly, the creature stayed calm, as if it knew something magical was about to happen. During the cutting, a kind of magical dance happened between the person and the mysterious creature. As time passed, something magical occurred. The cutting turned the mysterious creature into an adorable, cute being. What was once hidden in shadows now stood in the daylight, looking innocent and new. In the mix of light and dark, the black sheep, now without its mysterious look, showed how special the cutting journey was. It went beyond just making it neat. It became a magical experience. Mysterious python swallows pet. In the bright daytime, a hidden camera caught something super strange in a regular home. There was a loud cry for help, and it got everyone pretty rattled. A mysterious rescue squad showed up, all sneaky like ghostly protectors. They found a huge python that had eaten the family cat, which was a real heartbreaker. The rescue folks, even though they were scared, cautiously got closer to the snake. They talked to the snake and somehow convinced it to give up its feline feast. Time felt like it was standing still as the python coughed up the cat, which was a pretty weird sight. The cat came out looking alive, not like you'd expect after that ordeal. The family was overjoyed, but they couldn't forget the question that kept bugging them. How on earth did the python manage to gobble up the whole cat, and what other secrets were hidden on that bizarre day? Mysterious sloth's enigmatic dance. In the woods, a hidden video popped up during the day. It showed a sloth hanging upside down on a tree. This sloth was different. It felt mysterious, like a secret keeper in the greenery. The sloth's shape, a mix of light and dark, said more than just what you could see. It had weird things on its limbs, long nails like ancient stories. The forest was quiet, as if it knew about the sloth's hidden performance, letting nature's odd story happen. In a dance of shadows, the sloth seemed to have a magical itch. Its big, strange nails played a soft tune over his body, like a gentle spell. It was continuously scratching his hands and his face. It was a strange feeling. Sunlight, playing hide-and-seek with leaves, made the sloth's secret dance even more magical. It was like a special performance where normal things mixed with mystery. The whole forest took a breath, surprised by something not easy to understand. In the forest's time story, the brown-throated sloth hung upside down, keeping secrets. The camera, just a regular watcher, only got a quick look at this magical connection between the sloth and the world. A short, special moment always remembered in nature's puzzles. Fiddler crab. On a sunny beach where the sun touched everything with gold, something secret happened. Imagine the sand telling stories to the waves. In this story, a special character appeared, a male fiddler crab. It danced alone like a mysterious dancer painting a picture on the sandy stage. The crab had strange claws, not the same on both sides. These claws were like tools with a hidden purpose, known only to the secrets of the coast. As it danced, the crab moved across the sand, maybe enjoying the feel of tiny grains beneath its small claws. Those uneven claws spoke a secret language, calling friends quietly and warning others to stay away. Dressed in colors of orange and white, the crab showed its mysterious charm. It was both cute and puzzling as it moved with a special rhythm along the shore. Each step in its dance was like a brushstroke in a painting of survival. Looking innocent, but hiding strength in its claws. As the mysterious dance continued, the crab seemed to talk with special moves. Only the creatures of the beach could understand this secret language, where friendships and fights were written in the shifting sand. The dance spoke about finding balance, being attractive and staying safe, showing a kind side behind its cute appearance. In this beach play, the fiddler crab was a mystery. Its odd ways went beyond ordinary, giving us a peek into the secret world of survival. Charm and danger walked together in its dance. So, under the sun's eyes, the fiddler crab's mysterious show went on, leaving behind a beach filled with wonder. Cryptic skull movement. In a strange video during the day, there were a lot of lifeless skulls hanging on a metal grill over a small wall. They looked eerie, like they were frozen in a weird dance in the bright light. All the skulls had their faces turned away except for one. It was looking out, as if trying to escape from the spooky group. Then, a woman came and tried to make the skulls line up properly, but once she left, something weird happened. The one skull that was fixed earlier started moving on its own, like it had a mind of its own. It felt like there was some kind of magic in the air, making people wonder if ghosts were playing a strange game or if something mysterious was happening to these lifeless skulls. This strange scene raised many questions. Shadows whispered secrets, and the way the skull moved hinted at something beyond what makes sense. When the video ended, the mystery hung in the air, making people think about strange forces that might exist between what we can touch and what we can't. It was like looking into a world where things we don't understand mix with the real world, making us think about the weird and unsettling things that might be out there. Cryptic night encounter. In the dark, a weird video showed a huge creature by a fence. It was big and mysterious, making everyone scared. We couldn't see its face well, but it gave us all the creeps. This strange giant stood there quietly, hidden in the night. We didn't know what it wanted, keeping its secrets in its giant shape. The night told secrets, and the scary creature made everyone feel uneasy. In a strange way, it jumped over the fence, sending a cold shiver through the night. We had no idea what happened next, too confusing for us to understand. The air felt weird, like something unknown was there. Hearts pounded, asking, what was this thing? Whispers in the wind told stories of a giant mystery that didn't make sense. Afterward, people couldn't forget that spooky night. The video, a scary reminder of something strange, kept its secrets. It left a chilling feeling for those brave enough to think about the mysterious creature. It became a strange story, like a ghost in our minds, making us wonder about things we couldn't understand. Mysterious nighttime spider climbing. In the dark, a secret video showed a huge spider-like thing climbing a tall building. It was mysterious and nobody knew where it came from. The video was not very clear, making the scene even more strange. The spider creature moved up the building in a creepy way, giving everyone a scary feeling. People talked about it, wondering where this creature came from. No one saw it before, and it wasn't like any normal spider. It was too big, making everyone scared as they watched it climb the building. The darkness helped hide the creature's secrets. People asked if it was from a dark place, or if it was a strange thing born from the shadows of the city. The video showed the spider moving like a scary dance against the city lights, making everyone who saw it feel afraid. After the video came out, the city felt uneasy. People realized something very strange had happened. The memory of the spider climbing the building stayed in the minds of those who saw it, like a scary picture in their bad dreams. Dogman staring at the camera. In the woods during the day, the camera saw something mysterious. A dogman, a hidden creature among the trees. The camera focused on it, like an unblinking eye watching a secret dance between nature and this elusive being. As the camera got closer, the dogman's intentions became a mystery. It stared at the camera with a captivating gaze, as if trying to see into the person behind it. The mystery deepened, and the creature's true self remained hidden behind a blurry screen. When zoomed in, the video showed a confusing picture. Dogman's features were unclear, covered in the mystery of the forest. Was it a guardian spirit or an ancient forest creature with stories to tell? People who watched the video were confused. They wondered about the connection between the person filming and Dogman. Why did the Dogman choose that moment to show up? And what secrets lingered in the woods? The answer stayed quiet, a puzzle woven into the natural world. As the sounds of leaves carried away the memories of the encounter, the mystery of the daytime woods stayed, leaving a lasting mark on everyone's imagination, a dance of mysterious shadows caught in a brief moment of daylight magic. Baby sloth reunited with its mother. Video showed that in a special forest, during the daytime, something magical happened. Someone appeared, holding a tiny baby sloth in his hand like a secret. The leaves whispered as this caretaker moved through the shady forest, a guardian of a hidden story. Among the old trees, the mom sloth who ruled the treetops stood quietly. Her wise eyes saw the reunion coming, just like the wind had whispered. The secret exchange began, passing the little life from one hug to another. Hidden observers in the leaves saw a beautiful scene, filled with curiosity and admiration. The mom sloth had been waiting patiently for her baby to come back. This special reunion became a part of the forest's memory. Leaving everyone who saw it captivated by the mysterious dance of life under the green trees. In that quick moment, the forest shared its secrets, inviting anyone curious enough to look in and see the peaceful dance of life. The memory of this meeting stayed like a quiet story, passed along from leaf to leaf, making sure the special dance between mom and baby sloth stayed alive in the wild. Lions eating hippo carcass. In the daytime, in the bushes, something spooky happened. A video showed a dead hippo covered in red. 2 hungry lions were sitting nearby, eating its face. People didn't know why the hippo died. Did the lions do it, or was something else there? The air had scary stories from the wild. What made this terrible scene happen? Were the lions to blame, or was there a hidden mysterious thing making it all go wrong? The hippo, once innocent, lay in the harsh light of day, its secrets hidden in the quiet of nature. The hungry lions, maybe partners in crime or just unknowing players, ate the clues. Questions lingered, echoing through the wild's guessing game. While the video played, the world outside didn't know the scary show in the bushes. The secret stuck to the scene like a ghost, a truth slipping away from those trying to get it. What dark story played in the hidden bush theater? The mystery stayed, covered in the whispers of the wind and the lions' spooky looks, keepers of a secret only nature could understand.
Yeah.
Cryptic midnight CCTV horror. Late at night, when it was really dark, cameras that watched everything silently saw something strange. A camera, like a watchman in the shadows, showed a scary story. A thing, not completely a person and not really like a dog, appeared when it was not very bright. How it moved was weird. Like a mix of a person and a dog that didn't follow normal rules. This strange thing walked through all the cameras one by one at the same time. Shadows danced around it, making it look even stranger. The cameras watched it closely, making everyone feel like it was everywhere at once. The video, with an unusual light, showed something really scary. The thing, covered in darkness and mystery, moved strangely, and we couldn't tell what it wanted from the strange, unclear images. A creepy sound whispered through the security system, confusing even the smartest watchers. People got scared because of this mysterious thing. The town, feeling nervous and worried, tried to understand what it was. People talked quietly, guessing and feeling scared like a ghost was around. There were many questions, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Who or what this strange thing was, and why it was doing something so mysterious at midnight. In the middle of the night, the weird and scary video kept making everyone think about it, leaving behind a picture of fear mixed with things we didn't know. The mystery stayed, like a puzzling ghost in the videos, making its strange mark on the stories we couldn't explain. Night forest, ghostly cries. In the dark forest at night, something scary happened. A person in a car recorded it with their camera. The video felt strange, like it had a spooky power. From the hidden parts of the forest, a weird cry echoed. It sounded like a sad woman, but you couldn't see her. The video made it all mysterious. As the video played, it made the air feel heavy and scary. The woman's cries mixed with the forest sounds, making it hard to tell what was real. It felt like the living and the ghostly were all mixed up. The car in the middle of the wild saw everything. The people inside felt both interested and scared. The normal world seemed to break as the cries echoed, making a strange scene. No face came with the sad cries, so you didn't know if it was a real woman or a ghost. The answer stayed a mystery, making everyone who saw it feel unsure. From the deep part of the dark forest, the scary sounds marked the minds of those who watched. It sent shivers down their spines, showing how creepy things can hide in the night. Giant wolf! In the dark, something strange happened. A big video showed a giant wolf coming out of the shadows. Its eyes were shining mysteriously. The air felt weird and scary as the wolf moved. Like a mysterious dance in the dark. The wolf walked in a tricky way, making it even more mysterious. People watching couldn't move, feeling a scary cold. The wolf looked like a ghost in the night, moving in a strange and graceful way, different from its scary look. People watching got scared, and a shiver went through everyone as the mystery continued. When the wolf got close to the road, the air felt like something unseen was happening. Nobody knew why the wolf was there or what it wanted. Every moment was filled with a feeling of not knowing, like a strange story in the spooky scene. Nobody dared to figure out what the wolf wanted. The video showed something we couldn't explain, like a secret message from the shadows. People stayed confused and curious, like a never-ending puzzle. In that scary night, the mystery stayed, leaving a strong memory in everyone's mind, always remembered as something unknown. Giant snake. In a regular house during the day, a secret video showed something strange. A really big snake was hiding behind the room's roof. It was so big that it scared everyone. Suddenly, the snake broke the roof and showed itself completely. It was long and wide, making everyone feel really scared. No one knew where this snake came from. This huge snake did mysterious things, like a dance with the roof. It was like a magic show, and it surprised everyone watching the video. The snake was like a king in the room, making everything else seem not important. People watching couldn't believe their eyes. It was so strange and big that it gave them chills. When the roof broke, it was like a secret being revealed. Everyone watching was curious about where this giant snake came from. It was like a big question in the air. Where did the snake come from? And what secrets did it bring with it? This mysterious moment was like a strange and confusing picture. The snake, like a ghost, left a strong mark on everyone's thoughts. In the quiet house, people kept thinking about the strange encounter. The big question stayed in the air. Where did the snake appear from, and what secrets did it have? Mysterious lioness encounter. In the daytime bushes, something strange happened. There's a video of people and a lioness in a vehicle. It's weird because you don't expect a wild lioness in a car. The people around the lioness act like it's normal, not scared at all. It's like they're friends with the lioness, which makes it even more puzzling. Are they just watching the wild show? Or do they know something mysterious? The video feels creepy, like a spooky scene. But the strange part is that the people don't look scared. They look used to it, like it happens often. It's a mix of normal and weird that messes with your mind. Even though you see it in the video, the real reason for this bizarre meeting stays hidden. People talk and guess, but the mystery stays. It's like a secret meeting with the unknown, caught in a short video that leaves you feeling uneasy, like a strange picture you can't forget. Mysterious mountain goat. In the bright daytime up in the quiet mountains, something mysterious happened. A special video showed a powerful white mountain goat walking through the trees. It looked healthier and stronger than regular goats, standing out with its shiny white fur. This strange creature moved gracefully among the trees, as if it held some special power. It was different, not like the usual goats you'd find. Its white coat seemed to glow, catching the light like magic. It made people wonder, why was this exceptional goat in those mountains? What was it up to? The mountains stayed silent, keeping their secrets, and the video just made people guess. Was the goat guarding ancient secrets, predicting unseen things, or just wandering without a clear destination? The video left everyone puzzled, making this mysterious moment a lasting memory in the story of unknown things. In the quiet mountains, the strange goat became a puzzle, a temporary keeper of secrets, making people everywhere curious about the hidden wonders of nature. Gray owls. A magical video shows an old forest with a wise gray owl and its two babies. The owl is big and looks cute with lots of soft feathers. Gray owls are the biggest owls on Earth. They live in the daytime, which is unusual for owls. The video makes the forest seem mysterious. The owl is like a guardian of the ancient trees. The babies stay close, hidden in the shadows. It's like a living memory of the past, seen in the patterns on tree bark. In the video, the owl watches over its babies, keeping them safe from things we can't see in the sunlight. It's like a story in nature, a family tale told without words. The owl's eyes show it knows things from a long time ago, like a wise storyteller. Even in the daylight, the owl keeps its mystery, defying the usual rules. The video lets us join the owl in protecting its family. It's a quiet adventure in the woods, with the owl guarding against hidden dangers in the sunlight. The gray owl isn't just a bird of the day. It's a magical guardian, keeping secrets woven into its feathers. The ancient woods whisper their mysteries, inviting anyone curious enough to explore the enigma of the gray owl and its family. A black wild cat. Once upon a time in a big green forest, being extraordinary occurred. Imagine this wild, quiet place where all kinds of animals lived. Deep in the heart of the woods, under the warm, golden sun, a rare and mysterious animal called a jaguarundi appeared. The jaguarundi isn't like a big, fierce jungle cat, but rather a lower, more slippery one. It moves gracefully with a polished body and a long, elegant tail. Its fur is a unique mix of colors, like a blend of red, brown, and slate. This jungle ninja floated the forest with a secret grace, nearly like a shadow. But what made this day special was the rare footage captured by a lucky adventurer. They were quietly staying, camera in hand, and suddenly there it was, the jaguarundi in all its glory. With eyes wide and full of wonder, the camera rolled, catching this mystical fealty on film. In that moment, the timber brooded its secrets, and the jaguarundi's rare appearance became a magical tale for all to see, a regard into the isolated treasures of the wild. The crazy deer. Once upon a time in the deep forest, there lived a deer family. They were a close-knit bunch, always looking out for one another. But one day, something strange occurred to one of the deer. This deer, who was usually calm and gentle, suddenly began to act in an unusual way. It all started when the deer accidentally hit another family member. Rather than just apologizing and moving on, the deer began to hit them. It was a shocking sight. The other family members were bewildered and did not understand what was going on. As the days went by, the abnormal actions continued. The deer would hit anyone who came near, causing fear among the family. They did not know what had changed their cherished family member into such a troublemaker. The formerly peaceful family was now in disquiet. The deer family tried to talk to the worried deer, but it was as if they could not reach them. They desperately searched for a way to help their worried family members and bring back the harmony they formerly enjoyed in the deep forest. The black polar bear. In the core of a weedy, mysterious jungle, one dark and stormy night, something exceptional occurred. Imagine a gigantic black polar bear, far from its icy home, stumbling through deep, sticky mud. The rain poured down relentlessly, creating a balance of drops that sounded through the thick greenery. As the bear tramped through the muddy field, it sounded out of place, a true mystery in this tropical world. Its black fur flashed under the moonlight, differing with the flourishing greenery of the jungle. The bear's movements were slow and thoughtful, each step leaving a deep trace in the mud, evidence of its power and royalty. Unknown to the bear, hidden among the trees, a silent watcher captured this real moment on a trail camera. The camera's lens caught every detail, making this special encounter a tale to be participated in with the world. Nature's riddles are endless, and this is just one of the numerous phenomena that unfold in the quiet corners of our Earth. Alpine ibex in the mountains. In the classy mountains, a powerful animal with long, twisted horns roams freely. As the camera follows this glorious animal, you can see its thick brown fur, which keeps it warm in the cold alpine air. Its strong legs easily carry it up to bold pitches and rocky scarps. As it trots along the tough area, being unique catches its concentration. The ibex stops and begins to scratch its body using its enormous spiral-structured horns. It's a remarkable sight, those twisted attachments, originally a symbol of strength and protection, now serving as an informal tail scrape. The animal's movements are graceful and thoughtful, showing its nimbleness and adaptation to the harsh mountain life. Its journey through this fresh nature is an evidence to nature's unbelievable creations, where indeed the putatively ordinary can come extraordinary. Watch and wonder as this alpine habitat continues its daily adventures in the high-altitude walk of the mountains. The haunting white mask. In a quiet, dimly lit room, something truly curious unfolded. A camera was exactly placed by a person, eager to capture any abnormal things. As the night settled in, the room was screened in an haunting silence, broken only by the casual rustling of leaves outdoors. Suddenly, a faded, ghostly face came up in the darkness, covered by a chilly white mask. It was a haunting sight, staring through the window like a mysterious apparition. The camera, strategically placed, caught this surreal moment, setting it in time. The man behind the camera watched in wonder, suspicious of what he'd just witnessed. Was it a prank, a ghostly encounter, or something else entirely? The mysterious figure outside remained a silent riddle, leaving the room filled with a disturbing air of the unknown. This strange event, captured on camera, left observers with a spine-clinking mystification to consider. A creepy image. In the quiet darkness of a moonlit night, a chilly image was captured by a camera ready to shoot shivers down your spine. Imagine a spooky girl with penetrating stone-alike eyes, their cold eye appearing to enter your identical soul. Her bony, twisted fingers reach out as if gesturing you into the unknown. Her long, untidy hair falls around her like a crazy dark fall, hiding her face in dark. She's dressed in a ragged and ghostly wear, a spectral figure that haunts the points of your worst nightmares. As the camera lens captured this creepy vision, the melody raised heavily with an unexplainable fear. It's a sight that lingers in your mind, haunting your visions and making you challenge the boundaries between the real and the supernatural. Watch with caution, for this image holds a tale of the paranormal, ready to send chills down your spine and leave you questioning the effects that go bump in the darkness. Bobcat encounter. In a forested scene, a robust bobcat aggressively pounces, targeting a man's facial region with violence. After the unsettling encounter, the man documents the aftermath on video. Astonishingly, he captures footage of himself holding the once aggressive bobcat in his hand. Notably, the video showcases the creature's significant dental structures, underscoring the impressive size and form of its teeth.
Look at that beauty. The big teethers on it.
This unusual and daring incident sheds light on the captivating behavior of wildlife in its natural habitat, offering a unique glimpse into the complex relationship between humans and the untamed creatures that inhabit the wild. A big cat. In the core of the wild jungle, a heavy, mysterious cat prowled in the moonlight. Its strong body moved quietly through the thick greenery, its golden eyes flashing with a mix of curiosity and secret. Something had started a trail camera set up in the dark of the night, capturing this graceful animal's every move. As we watch and wonder, the big cat's spotted fur blends seamlessly with the spotted moonlight filtering through the jungle cover. With each step, it leaves a trace of suspense and wonder. What's it searching for? The jungle's secrets, maybe? A night snack, possibly? Or is it on a journey to keep its habitat, the watcher of this untamed walk? The air is thick with expectation as we follow the big cat's journey, caught on this quiet camera, giving us a rare look into the mysterious world of the jungle after dark. Stay tuned as we reveal the secrets of this fascinating and elusive animal's nighttime adventures. Giant wolf. In a deep, dark forest where the high trees rumored secrets and the leaves rustled like whispers, a great big wolf prowled. This wolf was massive, with sharp teeth like daggers and eyes that shimmered with hunger. The wolf's fur was as dark as the night, and its breath started like fog. One sunny day, a little doggy, much lower than the giant wolf, was playing in the forest. The doggy's fur was a blend of brown and white, and its tail wagged with excitement as it explored the forest land. But also, in an unforeseen and fearful moment, the big wolf charged at the little doggy. The doggy's heart pounded and it barked in fear. The forest echoed with the wolf's fierce growls, and the ground shook with its heavy way. The little canine's instincts accepted in, and it ran as quickly as its bitsy legs could carry it, contending through the trees and springing over backwoods. The chase continued through the woods with the big wolf hot on the doggy's tail. It was a heart-pounding race between a giant wolf and a small, clever survivor in the wild. Fight of two giant bears. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a wild and untamed jungle, two massive, black, furry grizzly bears set up themselves locked in a ferocious and roaring showdown. The sun was shining brightly above, casting dappled shafts through the thick cover of trees onto the jungle bottom. Both bears, snorting and growling, were locked in a battle of strength and will. They stood on their hind legs, their claws glinting in the sun as they swiped and roared at each other. The earth vibrated beneath their strong paws. Each bear was determined to prove their dominance over this lush and mysterious home. Leaves rustled, and branches shook as they collided, transferring echoes of their ferocious fight through the jungle. The birds in the trees took to the sky, their bodies beating in an unmelodious delirium. Other creatures galloped down, fleeing the explosive spectacle of these giants colliding. As the day wore on, the battle raged, a true test of muscle and flexibility. The jungle bore evidence to this grand struggle, and only time would tell which bear would crop as the sovereign of this untamed area. A giant black animal. Once upon a time, in a big wild place, there lived a giant black animal with shaggy fur, nearly like a massive buffalo. This strong beast floated freely through the vast lands, where the trees reached for the sky and the field was as high as a person. One sunny day, this enormous black creature tramped its way toward a strange appliance, a shining and noisy vehicle that did not belong in the wild. Its dark eyes twinkled with curiosity as it approached. The heavy animal lowered its colossal head, and with its immense strength, it gently began to rub its furry head against the side of the vehicle. It was as if the creature set up a new friend in this machine from another world. The vehicle, with its hard essence face, varied starkly with the animal's soft, thick fur. The giant black creature's behavior were a mix of riddle and wonder, as if it was trying to figure out the strange object. This unusual scrape between the wild and the mechanical was a testament to the beauty of nature's curiosity and its capability to accommodate and explore the strange. Lion's attack on giraffe. Once upon a time, in a land of high rocky mountains, there was a peaceful giraffe just minding its own business. The giraffe was walking through the rugged terrain, looking for some appetizing breaks to munch on. It was a bright and sunny day, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers. But suddenly, a growl echoed through the mountains, and a group of fierce lions surfaced from the rocky checks. The lions had spotted the giraffe, and hunger lustered in their eyes. They approached the giraffe with a stealthy way, their strong bodies hidden among the brilliance. The giraffe, seeing danger, tried to run, but the rocky terrain made it delicate. The lions were determined in their pursuit, and they circled the giraffe, their roars filling the air. The giraffe, with its long legs, protested and tried to defend itself, but the lions were determined to catch their mess. The giraffe's heart competed as it faced this dangerous moment in the Rocky Mountains, encircled by empty lions. The battle between the giraffe and the lions was a fierce struggle for survival in the wild, untamed nature. snake's meal. Once upon a time, in the bright light of day, an empty and cunning snake crawled quietly through the ground. Its body moved like a curled swash, blending with the green world around it. The snake's eyes were fixated on a breathless critter lying on the ground. The animal was no longer alive, and the snake, with its sharp mouth, was determined to have a mess. With a fleet flicker of its black lingo, the snake tasted the air, trying to describe any peril hard. It was like a stealthy operative, making sure no bone could catch it while it had its mess. As the snake approached the still body, its jaws opened wide, revealing its threatening fangs. It inched closer, calculating its move, and also, with a lightning-fast strike, it sank its teeth into the breathless animal's meat. The snake's jaw locked onto its prey, and it began to sluggishly consume the mess. Its black lingo continued to flutter out, tasting the success of its search. In the bright daylight, the snake's survival instincts accepted in, and it flavored its mess, knowing it had prevailed in the circle of life. The wolf attack on a man. Once upon a time, there was a cameraman on an instigative adventure deep in the wild. He was on a charge to capture the fugitive and mysterious wolves on film. With his camera ready and heart pounding with excitement, he ventured into the desert. After hours of patient waiting, he eventually stumbled upon a quiet cave. To his amazement, inside the cave were a mama wolf and her bitsy, lovable babies. The cameraman could not believe his luck, and he sluggishly moved closer to get the perfect shot. But as he inched nearer, the mama wolf grew nervous and defensive. In an unforeseen, fearful moment, she attacked the cameraman, teeth disclosed and growling. He realized he'd come too close, too quickly, and the wolf was only trying to defend her precious pups. In a frantic struggle, the cameraman fought to cover himself, trying not to harm the wolf. Ultimately, he managed to retreat safely, shaken, but alive. It was a lesson learned about considering the wild and the significance of keeping a safe distance from its habitants. A hungry monkey. Once upon a time in a big hot desert, there was actually an empty monkey. The sun was shining so brightly that the sand felt like a hot roaster. The monkey's abdomen rolled loudly, and he could not ignore his hunger any longer. With his little monkey hands, he dug into the hot beach, looking for being to eat. At first, all he set up were some dry sticks and rocks, but he did not give up. He knew that the desert had secrets hidden deep beneath the beach. Also, after some digging and forbearance, he set up a secret treasure, a juicy, ripe cactus fruit. The fruit was a bright orange color and looked so appetizing. The monkey could not believe his luck. His eyes sparkled with joy as he plucked the fruit from the cactus and bit into it. The sweet and juicy meat cooled his parched throat, and he savored every bite. With each bite, the monkey's hunger sluggishly evaporated, and he felt a renewed energy. He knew he'd set up a mess fit for a desert king, and he enjoyed every last bit of that delicious cactus fruit. The monkey, now gratified and full, lay back in the shade of the cactus, appreciative for his desert feast. The beer rings the doorbell. One spooky night out in the wild woods, there was a curious bear on the prowl. This furry friend had a freak glamour for doorbells. Little did anyone know that a trail camera had its open-eyed eye on the scene. As the moon cast creepy dark, the bear approached a lonely house. In the pitch-black night, it reared up on its hind legs like a big, light jumbo, and with a heavy paw, it reached out to press the doorbell. It was a bit like a big, furry cutlet poking at the button. The trail camera, hidden hard, snapped a print just in time to capture this unforeseen moment. The bear's sportful curiosity, or maybe its mischievous intentions, were a riddle, but the image revealed a humorous side of nature. The house, unknowing of the darkness caller, stayed quiet as the bear's bell-ringing adventure came to an end. This strange but fascinating event was a remembrance of the surprising encounters that can be in the wild, indeed when we least await it. Lion killed the cheetah. Once upon a time, on a bright and sunny day, there was a big, strong lion and a fast, spotted cheetah. They both lived on a farm with lots of creatures. The lion and the cheetah were always trying to prove who was the powerful. One day, the captain and the cheetah had a big fight. The captain was actually strong, with sharp teeth and strong muscles. He roared loudly and showed his strength. The cheetah, on the other hand, was quick and graceful. She ran around trying to outsmart the lion. In the end, after a fierce battle, the lion managed to catch the cheetah. With a strong swipe of his paw, he defeated the cheetah. It was a tough day for the ranch, as the lion had shown his strength and won the battle. The other creatures watched in astonishment as the lion proved his dominance, but they also felt sad for the courageous cheetah. This day became a part of the farm's history, a day when the lion showed his power, and the cheetah's spirit faded from memory. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures. From haunting creatures residing under your bed to giant beasts of our worldly domain, we have a plethora of exciting, intriguing, and captivating videos that would cure your daily cravings of spooky, unresolved mysteries. So, grab your popcorn and come along on this roller coaster journey. Fear beneath the sheets. Imagine sleeping peacefully in your bed, and a strange intruder disturbs you from your sleep, leaving you baffled and haunted for the rest of your life. A quiet room filled with pitch-black darkness, a type of darkness that would add more silence to an already strange atmosphere. The video began with a man waking up to some unusual sounds from his deep sleep. Removing his blankets haphazardly, he began gawking at different corners of his room, and as soon as he panned away to his right, an obnoxious creature came to his welcome. This creature had the most terrifying appearance. A lurking shadow of death, a pitch-black darkness with satanic eyes, was gawking at that helpless man while slowly disappearing into the night, its sharp, pointed claws leaving imprints of its presence. Seeing this vicious scene of terror and horror, the man jumped out from his bed, breathing heavily as he attempted to run away from the room. A sight of terror that might have made you guys jump out of your beds, too. Strange imposter in the woods. Deep in the woods, a family found themselves in a strange situation when their usually friendly dog started barking intensely in the middle of the night. A deafening silence filled with intense howling made the house owners a little worried. They ran towards their front door to check the severity of the matter with torches in their hand. Meanwhile, the dog was still barking at the woods as if he had seen something peculiar and haunted. The couple began pointing their torchlight at the dense forest in front of their house. And to their amazement, they found small, glowing eyes roaming in the thick forest at this hour.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Where are they? They're blinking, y'all.
There's lots out there.
Are those coyotes?
I don't know, but they're there.
Yeah, these are coyotes.
Speculations began haunting them, as it was unusual to discover such an enigmatic creature in the middle of the night. However, to put an end to their worry, the creature revealed itself, and you won't believe it, guys, it was nothing but a big wild cow roaming and grazing through the woods. A burst of laughter broke in, and they heaved a sigh of relief as this poor creature could cause no harm to anyone.
Oh my God, y'all.
There's something just
Oh, it's
yeah, it's a cow. That's why his head was going up and down.
A wicked child, a ghost hunter, set out on his other deadly venture. He chose a dilapidated house, torn and ruined brutally throughout its surroundings. His adventure began filming the wreckage of that seemingly haunted place. The air was filled with untamed voices, howls of wild beasts, and deadly shrieks of unannounced creatures, all turning into a satanic clamor. With his torchlight, he began hunting for its prized possession, and in no time his camera caught something unruly, something vicious. It was a haunted figure that almost looked like a child with demonic ears. With its long hair, that set behind its elf-like ears, the eerie creature stood still for a while, unveiling his demonic presence in front of the camera, and then quickly hid behind the wreckage. The hunter followed him around the house, but all in vain. It looked as if the haunted creature wasn't shy of the camera, and it only wanted to cast his satanic presence over the hunter. Legendary sea monster. A beautiful lake situated in between the frosty mountains, a breathtaking sight, and indeed a perfect travel destination spot. But can you believe that this lake might be home to fantasy creatures and spooky monsters? It all began when a man started to record this alluring scenery in search of a legendary creature that only had its existence limited to books. However, some had claimed that they had witnessed that sea-dwelling beast. After some time, unruly ripples close to the shore caught his attention. The man diverted his lens toward that disturbance in the glistening water. He zoomed over a sizable black tail, making all those ripples in the lake. The man claimed it to be the caudal fin of the legendary kraken. According to the sources, the kraken is a sea monster of humongous stature, and those black flaps documented in the video looked nothing like the kraken's huge fins. Thus, it would not be appropriate to call it a kraken sighting, as it could be a giant or some other codfish swimming across the lake.
That puddle. What the hell's that? What the hell's that? There's something in the water, guys. Can you guys see that?
Bigfoot encounter. An adventurous hiking venture turned into an eye-opening discovery that raised many speculations about the presence of this giant forest beast. The video began with a man recording the captivating nature of a dense forest, laden with towering trees, and its floor covered with thickly grown moss, almost giving it a carpeted appearance. Among this enchanting scenery, a black shadow peeked into the frame. It had a huge stature, like a giant covered in thick fur and long hair all over its body. The giant gradually walked toward the cameraman with all its glory and magnificence, defying the tallness of everything in front of it. With a sudden glance into the camera lens, the Bigfoot walked away from the cameraman, ignoring his invasion in its territory completely. However, this video doesn't provide any solid evidence to Bigfoot's presence, and these wild and unruly creatures won't spare human invasions in their habitat. Glaring eyes. Trail cam footage has been making headlines. However, the spotlight isn't on the animal captured by it, but on an enigmatic presence that the unblinking lens inadvertently revealed. In the vast fields of the forest, amidst the lurking darkness, an innocent deer could be seen grazing peacefully through the meadows. I know nothing exciting, but here comes the spooky part. If you focus on the left side of the footage, you'll see two large glowing eyes glaring through the darkness of the forest. These giant eyes kept revealing themselves for quite a few minutes, and then they suddenly disappeared into the darkness. This strange footage raised many questions about the creature hiding behind woods. Some claimed it to be Bigfoot's glowing eyes, whereas some pointed it as a forest curse dwelling through the fields. What do you guys think? Do let us know about your theories. A waddling creature. A driver recording his journey through the wilderness of the forest came across something peculiar and strange on his way. Through the bumpy road, in the middle of the forest, a moving object at the side of the road playing with the puddle caught the driver's attention from afar. Hence, on coming close to that creature, the driver zoomed in, and as soon as it began driving across it, this dark-colored creature swiftly sprinted into the woods with a dangling gait. Unaware of the nature of this peculiar animal, the driver kept recording it while driving past it. Now, coming to the question of the nature of this wild animal, if you look closely at it, you'd find white stripes across it, making it look like a wild skunk and not an eerie creature. The skunk, upon seeing the driver, ran into the woods as they are protective of their surroundings. Cursed photographs. Imagine taking pictures while hiking through a thick forest only to find a haunted spirit peeking through your photographs. Scary, isn't it? A similar series of events happened with a couple when they were enjoying their hiking venture in the mountain forest, unaware of the presence of spooky spirits wandering around. Upon looking through their camera roll, they were astonished to spot a strange presence behind them. At first, it seemed like a bird, captured while taking its flight, but as they zoomed over, a wave of fear ran across their body as there was a strange figure with a clear face peeking from the trees. A demonic presence, a satanic face trying to get in the frame of a happy couple-like curse. The couple ran checks over this footage. However, this case remained unresolved as the authorities were unable to locate any evidence regarding this strange encounter. Ominous nightmare. When your eyes suddenly open in the middle of the night, a normal person would usually encounter darkness and peaceful silence surrounding him, wouldn't he? But there are some people who would come across cursed creatures with their dreadful sight and voices haunting the surroundings if their eyes accidentally opened at a specific time, or you can say 3 a.m. In this video, a girl encounters a goat coming from behind the curtain. At first glance, it appears normal, but as the goat opens its mouth, waves of horrific sound reach the eardrums, making one hold his ear. The girl shifts her camera towards the clock, showing the dreadful time of the day, 3 a.m. In the meantime, the goat's shrieking voice, accompanied by the black tentacles coming out of its mouth and glowing eyes, can be seen clearly in the darkness of the night. This scene is truly terrifying for one sight, but the vlogger seems accustomed to this behavior of the goat and calmly closes the door on the goat, completely shutting it out of the room. The creature of Romania. This peculiar video began with a man recording himself while talking about the unusual sighting that occurred in the Romanian zoo. The man emphasized that such a creature had never been sighted anywhere in the world. However, it is enchained here at the Romanian zoo constraints. After the initial warning, the man entered a dark hall filled with other tourists and visitors. Among these usual voices, strange howls and cries were heard, which kept getting louder as the man moved further into the hall. At last, in the end, a colossal cage was seen with a dwarf-like creature with a distorted face and features, amusing the curious tourists with his unusual appearance and distinct howls. Wild intruder. Who would have imagined that, when you clocked out of your job, the next time you see your workplace, it would be in the coverage of a news channel portraying a horrific scene of a wild bear entering your workplace? It is a heinous sight, isn't it? That exact scene was recorded in the camera footage of Aspen Resort, where a wild bear was wandering around in the resort's kitchen. It is an abominable situation one must never encounter, but sometimes luck is not on your side. This luck ran short on the night guard of Aspen Resort, where he met the rile-up bear after hearing the rustle and bustle in the kitchen. At first, the security didn't come face-to-face with the bear, but as he slowly inspected further into the blind spot of camera footage, the wild bear flung out his sharp claws toward the poor security guard and tossed the poor guy at a feet distance, which probably was best as he sprung out of the door, while the bear also finds this opportunity to escape from that place. A heroic day. A daunting encounter took place on the streets of British Columbia, Canada, where a bear came in a face-to-face meeting with a little boy strolling along with his cycle in front of his front door. Upon seeing the boy, the bear walked gradually toward him in his quest to sniff the young lad. However, in this spine-tingling situation, the boy didn't lose his calm. Instead, he kept still and stared at the bear as he sprinted towards him. When there were only a few inches left between the kid and the bear, a man from behind plunged into the scene like an angel from the sky. With his arm wide open, he began hushing away the bear. Luckily, this trick worked, and the bear ran towards the car and hid behind it. The man still kept looking for the bear in an attempt to scare him away, and his efforts bore fruit as the bear quickly walked away from the neighborhood. Overall, it was an act of courage by both. The young boy kept his nerves under control, while the man courageously took charge of the situation and saved the day. Parental guardians. The forest is home to hundreds of mysterious creatures, and one such creature caught our attention while cradling its baby through a thick jungle. A spooky encounter occurred when a hiker recorded an inhumane beast wandering through the woods. A giant beast, draped in a dark attire from head to toe with all its magnificence, peeped through a huge rock. A bit cautious about his surroundings, it quickly passed through the field while glancing meekly at the camera lens. It was strange for such a wild beast to be observant about his surroundings, almost as if he was protective of something. Soon, this enigma unveiled itself when the gorilla-like creature came out of the bushes, holding its baby and then again disappearing into the woods. This incident reflects light upon the protective nature of a parent, despite its dreadful instincts and the presence of such enigmatic creatures in our worldly domain. Fields of fear? On a dreadful night, full of terror and deafening silence, in the middle of vast fields, a man found himself in a demonic ritual. It all began with a man wandering through vast fields with his torchlight, searching for his two faithful dogs. Following the howls of his dogs, he finally found one of his dogs barking towards a satanic creature, a demon with the head of a goat, cradling his numb dog and walking away. The moment he shifted his attention from his barking dog to that satanic figure, his other dog was taken into possession by another satanic creature, leaving the man breathing heavily in this moment of terror and angst. Skinwalker Ghost. The car dash cam footage shows a white figure crossing the road, moving with a strange, almost animalistic gait. As it comes closer to the car, the figure's true nature becomes clear. It's a skinwalker. The skinwalker's skin is matted and unkempt, and its limbs are too long and thin to be human. As the car drives away, the skinwalker disappears into the darkness. The driver is left feeling shaken and unsure of what they just witnessed. Skinwalkers are said to be powerful and dangerous shapeshifters in Navajo culture, able to take on the form of any animal they desire. Crossing paths with one is considered a bad omen, and many people believe that seeing a skinwalker can bring misfortune or death. The vicious rattlesnake. From the deadliest creatures of the outer realm to the wild, slithering animals of our domain, the world is full of vicious encounters. Just like in this video, a man showcases the true nature of a rattlesnake. With its intense buzzing sounds, the rattlesnake was generating a sense of fear in its surroundings. Unafraid of the vicious trap of the rattlesnake, the man kept recording the dreadful species. Its glaring eyes remained fixated on the intrusive man. The apparent wrath in his cold eyes was enough to devour any dwelling prey, and its continuous rattling tail was enough to haunt nearby creatures. Aware of the lurking danger, the daring man, being cautious of actions, kept recording this reptile as he was fascinated by its constant rattles. Satan in the bushes. In the vast fields far from human neighborhoods, and in the close vicinity of the dense forest, a man began recording some strange movements. Behind the withered bushes around a tall electricity tower, something peculiar and a shadowy figure appeared. As the observer recorded the video from afar, hence only it was impossible to gauge the size of this eerie creature. Only two sharp horns with pointed round tips are visible in the video, giving it the appearance of some bull or a mountain goat. Nonetheless, the creature looked creepy in its attire, almost like a cursed satanic goat peeking through the bushes. Creepy settlement under the bridge. In this blurred video of an underbridge settlement surrounded by thick-grown vines and wild bushes, an observer witnessed something weird. To find out the cause of this unusual activity, the man hops on a journey to find out the truth about these vague movements. As soon as he went under the bridge, heaps of wild twigs and branches welcomed him, all hiding the entrance of a long bridge, giving it an appearance of ambush to protect the unknown. The man was ready to make his first step into that horrid place, but soon rushed home because something supernatural had made him lose control. As soon as he saw that apparition, he was caught off guard and stumbled on his shaking steps. But within a second, he gathered courage and ran away. Living footballs. Have you ever seen a giant rolling ball swaying across the woods? Can you believe that these giant balls are alive? They are these fascinating creatures that can compact themselves in a ball to travel greater distances. It is a rare sight to witness armadillos in their unpacked form. However, a trail cam was successful enough to capture these creatures in its memory. Amidst the dark jungles, surrounded by sky-high trees, a cute little animal gradually marches forward with a slow gait in open fields. This adorable species only appeared briefly with its tiny feet tiptoeing through the grassy areas and then disappeared into the woods. Vicious werewolf. A trail cam recording captures a spine-chilling moment of a werewolf lurking behind the bushes. The eerie footage shows the creature's silhouette pacing back and forth before it suddenly stops and looks directly at the camera. Its glowing eyes reflect the light from the camera, and it seems as if the werewolf was aware of its presence being recorded. The creature's movements are swift and sudden, and after a few minutes it becomes agitated and disturbs the camera, causing the recording to end abruptly. This unsettling footage will leave viewers with goosebumps and questioning the existence of these mythical creatures. Lion's Feast. Recorded by a helpless tourist, this video is enough to send shivers down your spine as you question the unpredictability of a human's mortal being. Who could have thought that a fun adventure at a safari park could turn into a life-ending trauma, a horrific incident that could devour your loved ones' lives? The video began with an older man strolling through the open safari fields and into the lion's den. A daring move, isn't it? And this tiny mistake cost that man his life. Triggered by the sudden intrusion into its land, the lion sprinted towards the old man. Unfortunately, the old man, due to his lean body, couldn't keep up pace with the lurking danger. Hence, the lion seized him the moment he was about to step into his safe zone and dragged him away towards his old hiding. There, he devoured him into sizable bites, with cries of help and shrieks of helplessness echoing through the safari.
Somebody help, please!
He's gonna go!
Hunting gone wrong. A hunter holding his gun upright, pointing at its aim, was breathing heavily in a dense forest filled with vicious creatures and deadly beasts. With shaking hands, he kept walking towards thick bushes. To end our curiosities, a giant grizzly bear plunged out of the bushes, slowly made its way toward the man, and then hid again behind dense foliage. One must have thought that the hunter could quickly escape this terrible situation had he used his gun correctly. But there's more to the scene as another grizzly bear cub pops from a bush. According to the hunter, there were 3 cubs with their mother bear. Thus, it would have been inhumane for him to shoot her, as the mother was being protective of his kids. An unusual friendship. What is more innocent and purer than the friendship between a human and an animal? It seems like there isn't any. A man gently opens his door to welcome his animal friend with a sweet and comforting voice, calling it Buddy.
Buddy.
To have an evening coffee or beverage at the door pavement with his doe-eyed deer friend. An adorable deer swiftly reacts, comes in the direction of the familiar voice, and enters the old man-lit house where his human friend offers him a snack or two. The doe-eyed deer munches on the snack dearly, and this scene warms one's heart.
What's up, dude?
The purity of this scene is unmatched and unparalleled. Enigmatic encounter in forest. Who doesn't like to stroll in the morning, breathing in the fresh air? This type of exercise is best for relaxing one's mind and removing any negative thoughts. But during this peaceful stroll, suddenly, an eerie presence engulfs this moment of peace. This feeling was felt by an individual peacefully walking on a track surrounded by dense forest. This individual slowly pans out his camera towards the dense forest. This individual sees nothing but plants of different species portraying their colors. But as he shifts his camera in a particular space, at first, it appeared as a blackish shadow. But as the camera zoomed in, two eyes with a blackish hue stared back at it, making this phenomenal encounter a thrilling sight, enough to keep one awake for days. The wild lioness. In the stillness of the jungle, the hunter came with the thought to hunt an elk and mentally prepared himself for all the possible situations, but none prepared him for a sudden encounter with a savage beast. The camera recording began with the hunter getting shocked by the sudden entry of the lioness. He aimed his Glock 27 at the lioness, who was dangerously close to him.
Get back.
The moment the lioness takes one step more, the hunter shoots at it, and the lioness moves backward. The frightened man shot again to scare it out, and surprisingly, it worked because after the second shot, the lioness stared down at the hunter for a while, and then left in the opposite direction while the frightened man shakily lowered the gun. Giraffe meets a baby deer. In the enigmatic embrace of the savannah, a towering giraffe stood sturdy, with its majestic stature casting long shadows, its curious eyes fixated on a delicate sight, a fawn, its lean legs barely able to support its own weight, nestled amongst the bumpy surface of emerald foliage. The mother giraffe is confused by the height difference. It inspects the baby deer, sniffs it, and lowers its neck to wonder how this tiny being can coexist in the same frame as gigantic creatures like us. But as the vehicle approaches, the baby deer runs out of the vicinity of the giraffe. Silent watchers. Amidst the darkness, there lie untamed creatures that wander through the fields unannounced only to curse the species from the real world. In such darkness, a trail camera was set up in the bushes to record the eerie movements throughout the night. A cloak of vivid smog prevailed in front of the lens, adding more terror to an already haunted atmosphere. A minor disturbance soon turned into a major blow when something unknown tried to move the trail cam, and it tumbled down suddenly in an isolated forest. What possibly could have done that? A gust of wind or a horrid creature? Let us know in the comments. Yahoos. Most of you must have heard about the strange creatures called Yahoos mentioned in the Gulliver Travels, but who could have thought that these creatures would jump out of the fantasy world into our worldly realm? For instance, in this video, a small, human-like creature is seen hopping through the woods, cautious about its perilous surroundings. Having no similarity to human dwarfs, due to his distinct head and long pointed ears, this creature holds a distinct uniqueness. Draped in dried leaves, this eerie being paved its way in front of the camera, only to disappear in a swift second. However, this video isn't enough to provide a solid testament to its presence, as it could be an AI-generated animation. Jamaican mermaid. Do you believe in mermaids? If not, then this video will baffle you out of your wits as it captures one of the most wanted enchanted creatures of the fantasy world. It all began when two men were exploring through a river surrounded by thick mangroves in Jamaica. They were casually gossiping around, capturing the essence of nature, recording the glistening water of the river. And then something took them by surprise. A peculiar thing was hiding behind a giant rock, and as soon as they shifted their camera toward it took a sudden dive into the river. The camera kept recording these unusual movements through the shallow, and suddenly the creature plunged out of the river, revealing its lustrous hair. This incident terrified them to their core, and they ran away without having the proper footage of the Jamaican mermaid. Alligator ambush. Notorious for its lethal death rolls, a giant alligator was spotted by the authorities in some water park, wandering through the fields unattended. 2 men were sent by the authorities to handle this savage beast. They tried to capture it by blindfolding his eyes using a white cloth. This scheme didn't go according to the plan, and the man who was all set to grab his tail from behind fell into the alligator's trap. The moment he tried to have hold of his tail, the alligator snapped at him, grabbed him by his shirt, and bit his hand. Though the grip was loose, the man managed to escape the wrath of this unruly beast. Skinwalkers. Imagine vlogging deep in the woods on a foggy day only to gain the attention of a vicious, spooky creature. The video began with a boy talking about an excellent hiding spot, or a base that he made with his cousin.
I just wanted to show you guys my cool base that I made a while ago with my cousin.
He mentioned all the things surrounding his base camp, the fencing, and the unusual chair placements, not going to lie. The children seemed quite happy about his small hiding in the forest. Suddenly, while he was busy describing his base camp, he heard a strange sound. The camera quickly shifted towards the abandoned woods. At first, the boy thought it was some wild cow who lost his way, but within a few seconds, he was astonished to witness a white, slender creature running towards him at full speed. However, the boy managed to escape from this daring encounter.
Oh, frick!
Halloween nightmares. Let us dive back into spooky roadside incidents where spirits haunt you out of your wits and fear grabs you by your collar, leaving you in inexplicable situations. One such roadside incident occurred when a man was driving through a quiet road in the dark, and upon driving, he was met by an eerie creature on the side of it. To our astonishment, a very visible man came out of nowhere. He had the body of a man, but his face seemed distorted or burnt. In general, he had a very scary appearance, and trust me guys, this wasn't the only thing spooky about him. As soon as the driver moved past him, he started following the car almost like a cursed spirit. However, this can also be a Halloween prank. What do you guys think?
Night falls. Night, a time brimmed with starry sky and dreamy world, but at the same time, it's full of terrors, a breeding time for savage creatures, an awakening of creepy spirits that circles throughout the sphere. Such a spooky creature was caught in the backyard of a house where 2 lads were having drinks and conversing casually, but suddenly one of them noticed a strange presence. An enigmatic creature raised from the darkness with its vast, slender, bony legs that could easily cover more than a meter per step. As soon as this creature came into clear sight, the 2 individuals sprung out of their chair, throwing their beer in utter terror and fright. However, this inhumane creature didn't care about the sudden outburst and sprinted away from them. Eyes of the unknown. In the wilderness of an abandoned forest, a young man set out on an adventurous journey to explore the mystique nature of the enchanted jungle. Within a few seconds, he was captivated by an enthralling animal. As the camera focused onto that creature, it became still moment in a relatively sparse forest. At first glance, it appeared like an animal was protruding from the fallen log, but as it zoomed in, it seemed like a whitewashed skull with holes dogged in it. These holes appear to be black orbs of something entirely inhumane, looking dead straight into the camera. This video raised speculations about the credibility of such mystique creatures in our natural world. Bigfoot's menace. Mythical creatures are usually imagined as symbols, guardians, and breathtaking figures in folklore. But among this visual splendor, there are other creatures so hideous and horrific that one wants to run away as far as possible. In the dimly lit security footage, an astonishing and creepy scene unfolds, where a figure in the rear view resembling the legendary Bigfoot can be seen throwing a heavy rock onto the nearby skunk, probably unaware of the terrific presence near him. The stone arcs through the air, narrowly missing its target. Startled by the sudden attack, the skunk darts away quickly. The footage captures a truly extraordinary moment, offering a horrific glimpse of such a creature. The forest secret. In a quiet and peaceful forest, far down from the noise and rush of people, a secret problem was affecting the safety of some hens living there. Being dangerous was sneaking in the dark, putting the hens at danger. The forest had always been a safe place for these birds, but one by one they were fading without anyone knowing why. To fence the hens, someone who looked out about them decided to take action. They set up a clever trap in the resort of catching the mysterious beast responsible for the hens' losses. They placed delicious grains and seeds inside the trap to attract the unknown violator. To catch this mysterious troublemaker in the act, the smart person initiated small alert cameras each around the forest. These little cameras were ready to record any wrongdoing by the offender. The forest now turned into a platform, with the trap and cameras acting as tools to bring justice. The charge to cover the hens had begun, and the entire forest was eager to break the enigma that had been bothering it. Tara's wildlife. Once upon a time, in a wild and lush forest, there lived an animal named Tara. Tara was a furry and nimble beast with a long tail. Tara was a true forest discoverer. With sharp claws and keen senses, it could climb trees and run through the green with ease. Tara's life in the wildlife was full of adventures. It would hunt for delicious treats like rodents and fruits, always on the lookout for an appetizing mess. Occasionally, it would indeed swim in the clear canals to catch fish. Tara had a family too. They would play together, chase each other through the trees, and educate the immature Taras the ways of the forest. Their home was a cozy den hidden amidst the trees, safe from utmost wolves. Tara's wildlife world was a thrilling and beautiful place, full of surprises, where it thrived as a clever and curious animal, a true master of the forest. The mysterious encounter. Once upon a time, there was a man who decided to set up a special camera deep in the quiet, mysterious forest. His plan was to capture movie of the wild creatures that wandered the forest, hoping to see being amazing. The first picture he took flashed a beautiful deer, its gentle eyes looking right at the camera. The man was thrilled with his first shot, allowing he'd succeeded in his operation. But when he checked the other picture, his excitement turned to fear. Rather of a wild creature, the photograph revealed being creepy and unsettling. It looked like a creepy, shadowy figure of a man, or perhaps indeed a police officer wandering in the timber. The man could not believe his eyes, and a tremble ran down his spine. The forest, once a place of wonder, now held a secret that transferred chills down his spine, and he knew he'd stumbled upon being far more mysterious than he ever imagined. The mysterious white ball. One dark and quiet night, a trail camera placed in front of a house managed to catch existent, truly mysterious. The camera's lens captured a strange, glowing white ball floating through the night sky. It moved with a creepy grace, nearly like a ghostly sphere. The sight was both alluring and puzzling, leaving the curious homeowner and anyone who saw the footage wondering about its origin and purpose. As the footage played out, it appeared as though the spiritual ball was on its own secret trip, gliding through the air in a way that defied explanation. The night's blanket added an air of secret, making it look truly more paranormal. Could it have been a slapdash balloon, a rare natural miracle, or being beyond our understanding? The enigmatic ball's appearance left the spectators with a sense of wonder and a touch of confusion as they pondered the secrets of the night sky. The nightly search for Mothman. On a dark and spooky night, a group of courageous investigators set out on a thrilling adventure to find the mysterious beast known as Mothman. Armed with flashlights and a sense of curiosity, they ventured into the creepy forest, guided only by the faint light of the moon. As they shoveled deeper into the dark, their hearts pounded with both excitement and fear. Every rustling flake and hooting owl transferred shakes down their spines, but their determination held them concerned. They participated tales of Mothman's creepy scrapes, which only fueled their search. Yet the slippery Mothman remained one step ahead, playing a clever game of hide and seek. The investigators chased after flashcasts and creepy sounds, but each time, Mothman sounded to disappear into the night.
What was that? I heard something. What was that? I heard something.
The night's adventure, full of expectation and suspension, left the investigators with a deeper puzzle to break, realizing that some secrets are best left to the imagination, hidden in the deep discipline of the night.
You're lighting it up like the 4th of July. Right.
Forest fight. As the chopper camera drifted above the thick forest, it stumbled upon a weird and unsettling scene. The lens revealed a group of beings carrying strangely, moving through the trees as though they were being watched. The atmosphere was tense, and a feeling of fear gripped the air. Out of the blue, one of the individualities pulled out a defense and fired a shot. The blaring sound shattered the stillness of the forest land, transferring chills down the spine. It was as if a suspensor movie had come to life. The chopper camera captured this unforeseen turn of events, making the observer feel as if they were right there, witnessing the chilly scene firsthand. The question that dallied in the air was, who were these mysterious people, and why were they in the timber? The movie, such like drama unfolding before the lens, left an unforgettable mark on those who saw it, reminding them of the creepy mystifications that nature can hide. The bear encounter. Once upon a time, there was a man who had a big drilling machine. He wanted to dig a deep hole in the ground. He allowed it was a fine day for drilling, so he started up the machine. The machine roared to life and he began drilling into the earth. But just when he allowed effects were going well, being sudden occurred. Out of nowhere, a huge black bear surfaced from beneath the ground. The man was hugely surprised and afraid. The bear had been resting there, and the drilling had woken it up. The bear's big dark eyes goggled at the man and they both set for a moment. The man slowed back down from his noisy machine, giving the bear some space. With a rumble, the bear raved and Slow fell back into the hole it came from. The man learned a precious reading that day: always be careful when you are digging into the earth, as you know who might be resting below. Battle between polar bear and the dog. In the icy forest of the far north, a fierce battle unfolded between a polar bear and a husky doggy. The forest was silent, except for the soft crunch of snow under their paws. The polar bear, massive and white as the snow itself, stood like a frozen mountain, its muscles tightened. On the other side, the husky, with its polished and graceful frame, barked bravely, ready to cover its home. The bear swiped its powerful paw at the husky, but the doggy was quick and danced out of the way. The husky nipped at the bear's heels, trying to keep its distance. It was a formula of survival in the chilly nature. The bear roared, and the husky's bark echoed through the frozen geography. For hours, the two foes circled each other, testing their strength and determination. In the end, the husky's cunning and speed exceeded the bear's brute force. With one final jump, the husky landed a heavy bite on the bear's nose, causing it to retreat with a powerful roar. Brave bears escape. Once upon a time, in a thick, wild forest, there was a big, crabby bear who lived in a comfortable backyard. The bear had grown tired of the small space and feared for the freedom of the forest beyond his barrier. One sunny morning, as Benny was stretching his massive paws, he got an idea. He decided it was time to break free from his backyard confinement. With a heavy cause and a blasting crash, Bear knocked down the barrier that had held him caught for so long. It was a sight to behold as the awkward planks splintered and flew far and wide. Hyperactive and a little bit horrified, Bear made a run for it, charging into the lush green forest. He felt the cool breath on his fur, heard the chittering of the birds, and knew he was eventually home where he belonged. Police captured the mischievous bear. Once upon a time, in a quiet little city, being strange was passing. People woke up to find their cars all knocked up, and it was not because of a big storm. No, there was a bear on the loose, and it sounded to have a thing for cars. The furry troublemaker would come out at night and start poking around, breaking windows, and scratching the clear paint. The townsfolk were getting enough worried about their damaged cars, and they knew they had to do being, so they called the police. The courageous officers set up a plan to catch the bear red-handed. They put out some tempting snacks and left a trail of honey leading to a big net. One night, the bear took the lure, following the appetizing scent straight into the trap. The net fell and the bear was caught. The people cheered for their heroic police, who had eventually put an end to the car-stranding bear's darkness tricks. The city could sleep peacefully, formerly more, knowing their cars were safe from the mischievous bear's paw prints. Creepy crawlies captured on trail cam. In the quiet darkness of the forest, hidden from natural eyes, being mysterious was passing. Trail cameras, like silent guardians, were landing the secrets of the night. these were not ordinary night scenes. They were filled with creepy crawlies that made your skin twinge with conspiracy and shivers. Imagine a moonlit night where black stepped and leaves whispered secrets. Suddenly, the trail camera caught a spider spinning its intricate web, glistering with dew. The creepy silence was broken by the soft fluttering of nightsticks, captured flight in their search for prey. The camera's lens revealed slippery critters like owls, their eyes flashing like burning coals, and a curious raccoon scavenging for night snacks. As the night wore on, the trail camera's observant eye disclosed a world many ever confirmation. It was a spine-clinking trip into the quiet nightly life of the forest, where creepy crawlies took center stage, and the darkness held its secrets nearby. Deer's day and night, wandering. Once upon a time, in a big wild forest, there was a graceful deer. This deer, a beautiful animal with soft brown fur and gentle eyes, wandered the woods day and night. Every morning it would wake up to the cheerful songs of chirping birds and the warm beams of the sun. During the day, the deer would explore the lush green forest, nibbling on the sweet, sensitive leaves and sipping from the clear, cool canals that crossed the woods. The deer was always careful, keeping an observance out for the sounds of peril and looking out for its fellow forest familiars. As the sun would set, painting the sky with vibrant colors, the deer's adventure continued. The night brought a different kind of magic to the forest. The deer would foot still, guided by the steely moonlight and the stars' gentle beat, searching for food and sharing secrets with the nightly animals. In this alluring timber, the deer's wandering was an everlasting tale of coherence and wonder, day and night, in the heart of nature's grab. Eerie encounters. One dark and stormy night, our security cameras recorded being truly crazy. As the rain cast the windows, the camera's alert eyes caught a series of unexplained, creepy events that transferred shivers down our spines. First, a mysterious figure appeared in the backyard, masked in dark. It moved like a ghostly wisp, making no sound and leaving no trace. We watched in unbelief as it wandered through the theater, dissolving into thin air. Next, camera picked up unaccountable spheres of light floating through the living room. These immaterial spheres danced and flicked, illustrating the dark corners of the way before dissolving without a trail. To make effects indeed creepier, a strange, unearthly noise sounded through the empty hallway. Transferring the family into a fury. The camera captured their alarmed responses as they goggled at the unnoticeable intruder. These unexplained, weird circumstances continue to hang security footage, leaving us both beat and scarified with no reasonable explanation in sight. Deer's midnight wandering. Once upon a time, in a peaceful country, two curious deer named Daisy and Danny embarked on a moonlit adventure. The estate was covered in darkness, with the only source of light being the steely gleam of the full moon. As they ventured through the open fields, the high field whispered secrets to them, influencing gently in the cool breath. With their nimble legs, they gracefully bounded over small hedges and crawled around sleepy farm creatures. The night was alive with the alluring coherence of justices and the distant scream of an owl. Their eyes sparkled with wonder as they discovered the foamy dew on the field, reflecting the moonlight like 1,000 bitty stars. They nibbled on tender shoots of grass, savoring the darkness snack. The world appeared different at night, mysterious and full of magic. Side by side, the two deer wandered the estates, their hearts filled with the joy of exploring the quiet country under the observant eye of the moon. Huge ape caught on cam. In a deep, mysterious forest far down from the rush and bustle of natural life, a retired secret unfolded. One day, a stir-actuated trail camera captured being extraordinary. The footage was blurry, like trying to see through a misty window, but the sight was unmistakable. A colossal black ape-or-such-like animal. Its massive form moved gracefully through the thick leafage, its long, dark hair rustling in the wind. The timber sounded to hold its breath as this mysterious being passed by. With each step, it left behind a trail of wonder and admiration, alluring anyone who came off upon the footage. The critter's eyes were hidden in the dark, adding to the conspiracy and riddle enclosing it. This fugitive monster, being on the circumferences of our understanding, torched the imagination of those who watched the footage, leaving them with a sense of wonder. The mysterious coyote. In the serene mountains covered in snow, a camera captured an incredibly rare sight. It was a moment like no other, an uncommon sight of a mysterious creature. Instead of its typical haunting and wandering, a coyote was spotted doing something quite out of the ordinary. It was perched high up in a tree, munching on berries. This unusual scene left everyone astonished and perplexed. After all, coyotes aren't known for climbing trees, and this particular one appeared different, as if it held a secret. The mystery of this unique coyote remains unsolved, leaving everyone curious and longing for answers. How did it manage to climb that tree? That's the burning question on everyone's mind. It was an extremely rare event captured in this clip. The image of this puzzling coyote has stirred immense interest and curiosity. People are eager to understand this mysterious behavior, hoping it might uncover something new and intriguing about these creatures we thought we knew so well. It seems the snow-covered mountains hide more secrets than we could have ever imagined. Creepy humanoid. The home's CCTV captured a mysterious and eerie creature moving like a crab, walking on 4 bent legs across the road. Its appearance was unsettling and strange, leaving viewers puzzled about its identity. The sight was rare and enigmatic, sparking various speculations. Some thought it was a mutant dog, others suspected it to be a creepy alien. This moment filled anyone who saw it with fear and mystery. On the other hand, some strongly believed it resembled a ghoul, a demon-like or monstrous humanoid rooted in pre-Islamic Arabian religion. In modern stories, a ghoul typically refers to an undead humanoid creature that feeds on human flesh, quite horrifying and terrifying. However, the true nature of this cryptic creature remains a creepy mystery, giving chills to the camera operator and those nearby. The secret of this eerie being remains undisclosed, leaving everyone with a lingering sense of unease. Three-eyed creature. The camera caught a mysterious, uneasy clip. This video that was recorded is very cryptic and filled the air with spine-chilling and fear. In this video, the 2 friends are walking on the woodland. They wanted to test their new trail camera in these woodland. They faced the camera towards a spot where they thought wild animals might be left overnight. They returned to see what they'd caught on camera. When they come to check what camera had recorded, the friends were very shocked, and everyone who viewed this video also shocked and horrified. There was a creature with 3 glowing eyes hiding in the bushes. It was looking very unfamiliar and scary. That held those operators or viewers in suspense and terrified. The air was truly enigmatic and fearful. The 3 eyes of this creature or being was very eerie and frightened. They are glowing and illuminated. Is it was a paranormal creature or something else? This was looking very spooky. That was still hidden or unrevealed yet. No one can point out what it was. Mysterious night figure. On a dark and moonless night, a peculiar incident unfolded in front of a home security camera. The camera, a silent observer, recorded a scene that sent chills down the spine. It captured a mysterious sight on the front lawn, enveloped in an air of mystery. From the dark, an unknown figure emerged, moving in an unexpected way. The figure seemed bent over, like a ghostly shadow caught on camera. But what was unsettling was not just the posture. It was the distinct impression of age that clung to this mysterious being. Its stooped back suggested an elderly appearance, as if time had twisted its spine. Oddly, the figure moved urgently, darting about with an unclear purpose, leaving its intentions unknown. The night was draped in mystery, and this strange sight became the talk among concerned residents. Speculation spread, but no one could identify this mysterious apparition or understand why it ventured out into the quiet night. The figure vanished as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind only unanswered questions. these mysteries continued to haunt the curious minds of those who dared to ponder the unexplained and inexplicable. Killer clown. A strange and unsettling video emerged from a deep forest, puzzling both the operators and viewers. They witnessed a spooky clown figure that made them feel uneasy. This eerie clown was seen walking among the trees, only visible through the night vision of the trail camera. Strangely, it seemed like the clown noticed the hidden camera and confidently moved toward it. The reasons behind this mysterious figure's presence remained unclear. Why would someone be in a forest at night dressed as a clown? Was it a ghostly being, or just someone with an unusual hobby for late-night forest walks? The unexplained nature of this odd encounter left everyone confused. In the midst of the dark forest at midnight, the clown's appearance created a genuinely eerie and unsettling atmosphere, prompting numerous unanswered questions. A bulldog versus mountain lion. In the midst of a rugged mountain, a trail camera captures a predator mercilessly hunting its prey on a quiet, eerie night. Unexpectedly, another fierce predator appears, observing the same scene. Initially, a wild lion is seen devouring its meal until a bulldog meanders into the perilous territory. While the camera focuses on the bulldog exploring the area with confidence, it remains oblivious to the lurking danger of a stronger, more cunning force watching its every move. Like a looming shadow, the eyes of the mountain lion fixate on the unsuspecting bulldog, waiting to pounce on the intruder. In a swift and silent move, the mountain lion leaps towards the bulldog, leaving the video's conclusion uncertain, whether the bulldog escaped or fell prey to the mountain lion's attack. The mysterious creature. The camera recorded something strange in the deep forest. It showed a creature hiding behind a tree, unlike anything anyone had seen. This mysterious being looked like a bird but was really unusual. Its face was spooky, with deep, dark eyes and a skull-like appearance without any hair. It made everyone who saw it feel puzzled and unsure. This creature was so different from anything known in the woods, making everyone suspicious and curious. The sight of this mysterious creature left people wondering and fascinated by its oddness. The forest kept this strange creature a secret, making sure nobody could figure out what it really was. Zombie moose. Deep in the rugged mountains, a camera captured an unusual sight. Two moose, quite different from the ordinary ones, strolled leisurely across a small grassy area. Their presence was mysterious, their movements like a silent dance. Their huge, plate-sized horns stretched out in all directions, giving them an enigmatic look, along with an abnormal growth of skin hanging from their neck that was exceptionally large. These moose were far from the usual. Their graceful, mysterious way of moving raised many questions. Their massive, ancient-looking horns carried an air of fascination. As the recording played on, one couldn't help but wonder about the secrets held by these eerie creatures. They remained an unsolved mystery for anyone who encountered them, waiting to be understood. In that mountainous territory, they stood as guardians of the unknown, leaving a curious impression behind. Demonic ritual. Walking through a dangerous forest on one of the darkest nights ever, the camera caught sight of a scary ritual with evil creatures. The traveler, terrified, had stumbled upon a satanic gathering by mistake. In the video, a huge figure with horns and bloody eyes stared menacingly at the scared traveler who interrupted the ritual. The tension and fear were palpable in the heavy breathing. Soon, the sinister beings noticed the intruder, and everything turned dark, making the ritual disappear suddenly. The demonic figure, along with his unholy followers, surrounded the traveler like a threatening shadow of death and despair. The camera quickly showed the traveler trying to escape. In the background, you could hear the traveler's terrified cries, which were drowned out by the wicked laughter of Satan and his followers, echoing through the night as they captured their victim. A mystic forest serpent. Picture wandering through a spooky forest where tall trees reach for the sky but appear faded and dull due to thick, enveloping fog. This fog shrouds the forest, creating an eerie atmosphere, a perfect hideout for scary creatures. Now imagine a scene captured by a camera in the real world. A web-like structure entwines the trees, resembling a colossal rope with spikes of green and yellow. This twisted rope varies in length, turning the forest into an intricate maze. Surprisingly, as the camera focuses on this strange structure, it subtly slithers, slowly coiling around the trees. Amidst eerie noises and darkness, the camera continues to explore the size of this enormous rope, only to be interrupted by a massive snake. A serpent nearly 20 feet long, consuming the life out of those trees. This mysterious creature possesses a skull-like head with deeply hollow eyes, sharp teeth unlike any other anacondas seen before. It appears poised to engulf its prey in one swift motion, leaving no trace behind. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video entertaining, don't hesitate to show your support by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for even more thrilling content. And remember to ring that notification bell to ensure you're always in the loop for our latest updates. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.